Wow, we were muted for that. They missed it. They missed the Could you do a recreation for us? I'm just kidding. Welcome everybody to Legendary Tales. Let's get some somber music on, meaning specifically Forest Day.
Nothing depresses someone more than that.
Classic funeral music.
Let me know when I gotta put the hat on.
What do you mean, Sonny? Okay. Yeah, my animation things are broken for some reason. So what? Okay. Recap. Elgar. Gareth. Recap.
Do you want the short or the long of it?
Short. Give us the short of it.
Give us all the long breakdown of Elgar Leafbottom.
Yeah, his whole life story. I mean, let me open up the recap.
Thank God we have recaps,
in case,
man.
In case, well, I just what happened at the start of the episode. There are so many episodes now, guys. I can't scroll this far. So, the party had been defeating mind flayers in a cave with LD's character, the little dragon guy. And
his name is Rabbit.
My arch nemesis, Sim, the kobold, who fucking
Yes,
shot
that guy.
me when he left and almost killed me? Yeah.
Yeah, Linnea didn't like him so much. I got kidnapped and taken back to the city while they were doing that. And on returning to the city to come and try and find me, Linnea communed with the Arbiter and found out that she has family members, which were involved in black mold. And
Sounds so fucking weird.
and in trying to kind of find a direction for the party on that day, there were several suggestions to go to the sewers, which Elgar was incredibly pleased about because he wanted to lead the party to the sewers. So he made sure that there was, a memorial for Elphicus in his favorite place, the stinky, wet, damp sewers. Elgar took the whole party down there, put them through a door. Who saw a toilet? Did Mogomak see a toilet, or was that Dunfree?
I saw the toilet.
Okay, there's a toilet in the middle there. Like a little tombstone, but a toilet instead. On everyone's kind of retreat from that room, thinking about going back to the city, the tunnel closes in on them, and they realize that Elgar isn't himself. And he hasn't been himself for a while now. And they have to fight him. Because his mind has been eaten. He's been taken over by a mind flayer. And he's actually led them to... Devin, what was it called? The mind flayer big boy?
The Elder Brain.
The Elder Brain, yeah, the big boy. But the party was able to cleanse Elgar of the mind flayer. Linnea healed him. And he lay motionless, dead on the floor.
And that was the whole episode.
And then Mogomak broke his neck, just to be sure.
Yes. So, who carried Elgar out of the sewer, by the way?
I think Mogomak
Definitely
did.
me.
You're pulling. You bring. Did you take it back to the Slayers Guild? Right? Is that what you did?
Yeah, that sounds right.
You guys get back to the Slayers Guild, and everyone is distraught except for Ricky. And it's not that Ricky isn't distraught. If you'd like to make an insight check, you're more than welcome to do that. Oh, and by the way, did you guys notice that the last check that Elgar made was a nat 1? It's not that Elgar, or it's not that Ricky is not upset. It's just that he is eating his emotions.
Ricky better be fat soon, otherwise I don't believe him. So did we tell them, like, how far along are we into the returning to the base thing? Did we just
You
get
have
there,
just gotten back, and Elgar's basically lying on the floor or on a table, wherever you put him.
I would like to walk in and shout, "He's fucking dead! He's dead!" And I start crying. profusely, and then drinking my tears.
Who's all there in the guild? Other than
The
Ricky?
orcs are not there. Ricky, Skulls, Greg, Captain Benedict is there.
I'm not there. I stormed off. I was too upset.
So we'll communicate that Linnea isn't here, but that Elgar's really gone.
As he's communicating that, I would like to eat just dirt and like lint and other things that I can find on the floor.
Why don't you eat my food?
Hey, you shut up. You're dead. You can't talk.
Just remember the note, Mogamak, and
I completely forgot what the note said.
hand out all my shit, basically.
Oh yeah.
Also, I love you all. And that's the last thing I'll say.
Yeah, I never would remember that if you didn't remind me.
If you'd like a list of the items that he has, I can tell you right now.
Yeah, we probably should go over the list, but I mean, we don't want to give away stuff until Linnea gets here, most likely. Or we could just start, unless she mysteriously wants to appear suddenly, based on this giveaway moment. Now we'll wait for Linnea to get back before we give away.
So what we're gonna do before the will is sort of, what's it called when you do a will?
We're being bequeathed.
Execute the will.
Yes, before the will is executed.
The reading of the will.
The reading of the will. Before the reading of the will happens, essentially what we're gonna do is we're gonna fast forward 3 days. Meaning that the funeral, as soon as you guys, is anyone going to notify Elgar's parents?
I don't know his parents.
I guess so. I mean, we probably have to send him a message or something. I'm not going to go myself. I don't care that much, but I'll send a letter or something.
I think that Captain Benedict would probably send a letter if no one else will. And with that, it only takes about a day for a letter to get there because you're using, like, essentially super ravens. It's not that word is heard back. The next day after you sent the letter, Elgar's father arrives. We're just sort of fast forwarding through time slightly. We're not going too fast because if you guys need to do something, message me on Discord. I have it open, and we can get that set up. But Elgar's dad appears and comes to the Slayers Guild. In the meantime, Ricky has found a cleric to cast Gentle Repose on Elgar to preserve him for as long as need be, to make sure he's not going into the phases in which nasty, disgusting things happen. And in that time, Elgar's dad arrives. Is anyone hanging out with Elgar's body, or what is Mogamak doing exactly?
I mean, we basically just been at the Slayers Guild for a couple days. Probably.
Just 1 day at the moment.
Okay, yeah, definitely still at the Slayers Guild.
Where is Elgar's body?
We threw it in the fridge. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. We'll just leave it on like we'll put it in like a.
Is it in his room or something? His old
yeah,
him
let's
in
set
Menelphicus's
his
room.
body up in his bed and put some flour in his hair and.
As soon as the Raven arrives, Elgar's dad basically kicks open the door of the Slayers Guild and says, "Where is my son?"
He's in his room. Would you like to see him?
Please.
Okay, I will direct him towards the room.
Then
I'll kick that door open.
You will.
Yeah, just to taunt him, basically.
You kick open the door, And Elgar is lying peacefully on his bed, and for the first time other than anger, Elgar's father begins to weep uncontrollably. He goes and picks up his son and just sort of falls to his knees crying about Elgar, and he looks up at you, sort of composes himself back, and he says, "With this, the Leaf Bottom lineage is over."
Are you shooting blanks or something, or?
Well, we could have another.
There's only one breeding season every 15 years. Come on.
I don't know how that shit works, dude. I'm
And he picks up Elgar's body and he says, "We're having a funeral in the undergrowth. He's going to be buried next to his brother. If you'd like to come, we've invited many of his friends and his relatives, and I'm sure he would appreciate it if you would be there."
Yeah, well, I'll talk with the other people, with the other party members, and see if we can make it. I think we should be able to, though.
It will be 5 days from now, so you have time to travel and do whatever you need to do.
Okay, we'll save the world for about 4 days, and then come take a day off and come see that.
He basically takes Elgar with him outside, and then you don't see him after that. He could have teleported. You don't really know what happened with Elgar, but you know that his dad came to get him. The following day, what is Mogamek doing? Are you planning? What exactly are you doing? And what's Dunfrey doing this whole time?
Dunfrey's drinking more profusely than you've ever seen her drink before. She hasn't moved. She's been lying on the ground in the same place. And Ricky has been bringing her mead and fueling her alcohol-induced rage. That's about it. Eating lint off the
Linnea shown
floor.
up yet? Since it's been like a day or two. No,
Linnea's not shown up yet.
I probably would have gone looking for it at some point yet. Like if we've been here for 2 days.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna go look for her?
Yeah, at least a little bit.
Are you taking Dunfrey with you?
No, God no.
I would like to point out, on the second day, Dunfrey is not there. Dunfrey has left.
The fellowship is broken.
I didn't say where Dunfrey went.
She went to a bar. Everybody knows that. Okay.
No, she did. She
Just-
did.
Okay. All right. She was sick of eating literally dirt off of our ground. Went for the real shit. Okay. I'm gonna go to all of Linnea's favorite spots.
What
I
are
don't know.
Linnea's favorite
What are
spots?
my-
I'm just
Yeah,
really winging
Mogamak,
it.
what are Linnea's favorite spots? Enlighten me about.
Go to the alchemy store.
Okay,
Then I
she's
went
not
to
there.
The pet shops,
She's not there.
and then I went to the university.
Where at in the university?
The library,
Which part of the
Then-
library?
the resurrection and/or alchemy area. I'll check those two parts.
Okay, so what does he find when he goes to the library?
You can see over in one of the corners, Linnea, she has not slept. She's completely disheveled. She's got bags underneath her eyes. There's just books and parchment everywhere, and she's just like in a frantic like fury, just going through everything, reading everything. There's books. The librarians look fucking pissed, but they also realize that something's not right with her.
So when I see her finally, I just sigh. Like, thank God, I'm so sick of going to pet shops. All right, and I'm gonna walk forward and gently put my hand on her shoulder and say, "Linnea, glad I found you."
Mogamek, I can't find the answers. I can't find. I've gone through everything. I've gone through all the books. I've looked through all of the things, and I don't understand why this isn't working. She just keeps like shuffling back and forth, and just maybe it's in maybe it's in this tome. Maybe I missed something. Something's not right. What
are you searching for?
The answers I don't understand. I don't understand how could this have happened? How do we not have a solution for how to defeat this mold? We've been working on this forever now. It's been over, God, I don't know how long. We've been doing this for so long. We still don't have a solution. We've lost Elficus, now we lost Elgar, and there's got to be something. I mean, I've gone through all of my things that I can think of in arcane science, and I've gone through every single book, regeneration and just the clerics tomes, and I even looked a little bit into necromancy, and I'm not going to touch that, but like how is this possible? How do we keep losing people?
Well, I might not be the best person to talk about this with you, but it seems to me like this is a new problem, and I have a feeling you're not going to find the answers in a book. It's going to have to be something that we're going to have to do new science on, perhaps.
But I don't. Everything links back to original science, though. This doesn't. And even the whole thing with religion, I don't even follow that. I wasn't even wanting to be a part of that. And then I got resurrected by Alexander's god or whatever he calls himself, and it doesn't even matter. I picked the path to keep my friends safe, and they're dead, Mogamek. All of my friends, they're just, you're gonna die, and then Dunfrey's gonna die, and I'm gonna lose Greg, and she just starts crying, and just like, there's shit everywhere, because she's just freaking out.
I think you should come back to the Slayers Guild and get some.
We're not gonna find the answers there.
Yeah, but you can't just read a book without sleeping and then solve all the problems. We need you to be capable, not just right now, but in the future.
But if we don't, if we stop right now, then that's more time that more people are going to die. There's more time that we're going to lose more.
And then you're gonna die if you don't sleep.
I'll be fine. I've done worse than this. I've gone and I've traveled to temples before, and maybe the answer's in temples. And she goes over and starts thumbing through a book through like all different types of temples.
I really want to chop a book right now, Linnea, and I don't want to have to do that. I need you to come with me.
She looks horrified at the idea of chopping a book, by the way.
Well, then you need to come with. Put your books aside, go talk to the librarians, go to sleep for 12 hours, and then come back.
I have talked to the librarians. They don't know what they're talking about. All they do is they stay in a library and they just look at books and they don't understand like anything that's going on. Half of them don't even know about the mold.
I'm clutching my sword and shaking a little bit, looking around at all the fucking books in the room. You should come talk to Elgar's dad. He's at the Slayers Guild.
Oh God, Elgar's family. What are we gonna tell them?
Well, I already told them everything they needed to know. I handled it very deftly, I promise.
Gives him kind of like a weird look because that's probably not the case. But what are we gonna do? Did they say anything? What are we supposed to do now?
Well, we're gonna go to his funeral in 5 days in the undergrowth. Take a little vacay, have some nice drinks, pretend the world isn't burning, and then after that, then we're gonna go save the world. Sound good? All right, let's go. I'm gonna start packing up her books. Putting them in the garbage can.
One of the
librarians. I think of Elficus now. The garbage can. No.
One of the librarians comes over and like as you're about to put books in the trash can, he walks over and puts his hands out and is just like, please don't do what you're about to do.
On the table. Or?
Yes, just leave them. We'll clean up. Just take her out, please. Just.
Is there like a fee or something for
no,
being here so long?
Just go away.
I don't know how libraries work.
Just
sorry.
I can tell. Go away.
Okay, Linnea, are you coming with me, or am I gonna have to carry you?
I look at the fact that he's thinking about chopping books and throwing them away, and the way that the librarians look like just get the fuck out. And I'm just like, I'll come back later. Let's go.
Okay, thank God. All right.
Where's Dunfrey?
Hopefully dead. I mean,
what?
In a bar. No. Just kidding. She's in a bar. She's drinking her sorrows away.
We should go find her.
Okay. Let's get you back first, then I'll go find her. I seem to have a knack for finding where my party members are. I could tell you where all of them are right now. Dunphy's in a bar. You were in the library. Elgar's dead in his bedroom. I'll keep going.
One more.
Privately rolled dice.
What's going on over there, Dunfrey?
Public roll.
Oh no, what's he making?
Nothing. Don't worry about that.
Want to see that?
Well, even I can't see that because you're rolling private dice. I can see what Dunfrey rolled.
I just wanted to see how to do it. Oh, so if I do private GM roll, then you can see
Yeah,
it?
then I can see it.
Okay. I rolled a 16 in religion just now. Watch
Cool.
out.
Watch out, everybody.
Okay.
Mogomak's a powerhouse.
All right, we're heading back to the Slayers Guild.
You guys get back to the
We'll,
Slayers Guild.
Elgar's dad's not there still, right? He left?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go upstairs to my room and just hug Greg, I guess, and just cry a lot.
True. So you're weeping and things like that. What? We're gonna fast forward. One more day. Where are you guys go? Where are you guys gonna go to? When are you going to the Undergrowth?
And how many days that it takes to travel there, which is
Around 3 days.
3? Yeah. So what, we have another free day then before we have to leave, or do we want to get there early?
Why don't we just teleport everywhere for the rest of our lives?
Could do. So then we have a lot of days free then. Kitty cat.
Well, we got to go find Dunphy first, right?
We do have to find Dunfrey, yeah.
Maybe you should sleep first, though.
I assume that
sleep
she does. Are you able to sleep?
Ish. Like, just keep waking up and, like, panicking and checking to make sure Greg's over there and wandering the hallways to make sure other people are still there. Like, I'm not sleeping well, for sure.
What time of the day is it when I finally find Linnea and get her back?
I would say it's about late afternoon when you actually find her, because it takes you a while to go through. The capital's a large place, and as you're like walking through and investigating and looking for her, as you're investigating, it's very difficult to know her patterns and stuff like that because it's not part of your thing. You get what I mean? So you find her in like the late afternoon.
Okay, so then when we get back to the Slayers Guild and everything's managed, then I'm gonna go start checking local bars for Dunfrey, and I'll expand radially. Is that the right term? Basically, closest bars to me, and then expand up.
Yep.
Is she at the closest bar?
She actually is not at a bar at all altogether.
Not at any of the bars I've checked. Okay.
Nope. She shows up at late evening after you find Linnea. She shows back up at the bar.
At the bar?
No, at the Slayers Guild. I'm sorry.
Okay. Dinky, where you been?
Drink.
Wow. No way. That's not like you.
And you look at my face, and it's just covered in red stains.
From
I've been
wine or vomit?
Drinking wine and possibly vomiting, and
God, I hate that we have to ask that question.
Drinking vomit.
possibly.
You gotta get that booze back in you. Yeah, you get it.
Drink.
Dinky, do you want me to take you in the back and hose you down like normal, or are you good to handle yourself?
Aye. Hose. Aye.
Okay, let's go get the hose. And then we'll go to the kitchen. I'll spray her down like a fucking animal. Make sure and put a lot of water into her beard. Clean that shit out.
God, I don't want to know what comes out of the beard, honestly.
Probably mostly
Jenkins
blood.
roll.
For
Probably
Roll
mostly
three
blood and
D100s.
bread and
Yeah,
blood,
D100.
blood and breadcrumbs.
And all of that shit washes into our beautiful rivers. All the way
How
down
many mugs?
to the lake.
How many tankards were in there?
What a number to roll, man.
Nice. Nice roll.
Oh, good stuff.
So how many are you guys going to teleport to the undergrowth?
Apparently.
Sure.
Okay.
Did someone tell Best Girl? Oh God,
Oh,
someone's
no.
gotta tell Best Girl.
Oh no.
Oh no.
We'll let Dinky do it.
Oh nee. Nee.
I don't think Dunphy's
kinda
had any
do it.
Dunphy hasn't had any interaction with Skink yet.
I think
Best.
maybe,
I have.
maybe-
I called her. I called her a bird a few times. Tried to eat her.
So
Okay.
we at the undergrowth yet?
Are you going to teleport day of, or are you teleporting early?
So basically, we've taken like 1 day since we brought Elgar. We're basically like 2 days into it, right?
Yep.
We took like a day off when we brought his body back. We sent the letter. His dad came. Then on that second day, I found Linnea. Dinky came back as well. Gave her the hose, and then we have still a couple days left until the burial. Is that correct?
Yes, you have 4 days left.
Okay, so now I'll just go into a coma for like 2 days until the funeral, and then we can teleport or something. How's that sound?
I want to like read just non-stop trying to find solutions. Like, should I just roll something for that? I don't even know. Oh, I need a long rest.
Oh, okay. The next 2 days are tumultuous at best. Ricky disappears completely. With Skulls. He takes Skulls with him. And as the time gets closer and closer to teleporting, Ricky and Skulls request if they could go with. Because
May come with.
if not, they need to leave right now. Essentially, they're like, we could leave, but if you guys are teleporting, they'd like to go with you.
What are the limitations on TPing? How many people
I
can we
think
bring?
the Voyager staff is teleport up to 8 willing creatures.
Okay.
You
I'll bring
you and up to 8 willing creatures. So, that being said, on the 4th day post Elgar dying, you guys get together. Ricky, Skulls, is Gary coming along or no? Or Greg?
Gary?
Greg.
Who?
Greg.
was like,
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. What? I'm dead.
Excuse me? Did I do it? Did I bring him back to life?
Is Greg
I also-
Greg coming?
Yes, Greg is absolutely coming. There's no way that Linnea would like let her out of her sight at this point right now. Also, for the last couple of days, she's not very good at potion making anymore, but she's been making some weird fucking potions.
So you've pulled Greg out of school to come and.
Yes, I gave her a note that said that
help
we've had a
you
death in the
research it.
family and that she will be absent from school and to not penalize her. She has her school book. She's got all of her work, so she could do it while she's on the time, but I'm not going to make her do it.
As you guys get ready to teleport, it's Mogamak, Linnea, Dunfree, Skulls, Ricky, Greg, Captain Benedict, and then you have a slot for one more person.
well, Elgar's dead body, obviously.
It was already
No,
taken
no,
by
no.
Seth.
His dad has it.
Dang it.
Said he would have a +1 to add to the party.
Dinky, did you pick up a man yet at the bars?
Nay.
Okay. Should I bring the hose with as another person just in case things get a little rowdy
I
for
don't
you?
think it travels that far.
Aye.
So you guys.
Oh god, what was the barmaid that Elgar liked? Also, we should have brought that giant keg of stuff.
Actually, speaking of, Dunfrey arrives to the teleportation. She disappears earlier that day, but she arrives with both that keg that was technically Elgar's family's and a new one. What is the label on the new one? Dunfrey.
It says good shit.
Really? You're a
Wow,
moron.
Perfect name. What are these giant containers, Dinky?
Okay, it says for the wee lad on it.
Is it
In very
it wine,
in very
or
in
is
very
it-
broken Elvish.
I don't understand. Where'd you steal these from?
Didn't I steal them? I need this.
who's the wee lad?
Aye, the wee cat fella. Oh, fucking kill me, Devin.
But we can't.
You did this to yourself, dude.
We talked about this last week. You said you were good with it.
So it says funeral ale?
Aye. For the wee lad's family.
That's very nice of you, Dinky.
Is this where you've been?
Aye.
Is 2 days enough to brew a giant keg of beer? I don't think it works like that.
Shh.
No. Magic? Okay.
If
Yeah.
you have the proper magic, anything is possible.
It is nae beer. It's wine.
I don't know how long that takes.
Probably very
Great.
fresh wine.
So
but-
we're in the undergrowth now from the teleport?
You guys teleport to the undergrowth just outside of the Leaf Bottoms sort of manor that they have at the base of the tree. Everything is decorated.
Dead.
Everything's
Everyone's
dead. No,
Fuck.
everything is decorated with flowers and silver to represent his moon goddess ties and everything.
Leah doesn't like that.
You have to remember though that the Leaf Bottoms are highly religious. They're
Oh, this is
Dude,
not
very-
gonna go over well.
very devout in their worships. And as you're arriving, there's a fucking load of people. Not just there's tons of Elgar's family because a bunch of
We're at the funeral now.
yeah, you're not fully at the funeral. You've arrived at the Leaf Bottoms a day
Okay.
early.
Oh, we're a day early. Okay.
There are loads of people. Egg is there. His uncle, the one that was getting eaten by the wasp.
How does his dad and his uncle look, by the way? Any signs of the fact that they were both horribly disfigured in the past?
The uncle is wearing clothing, so his back is sort of, you can't really see it. But Elgar's dad has a huge scar all the way across his lower jaw. Like it just, he used to have like a very closely trimmed beard. He's completely shaved and his scar goes from the back of his ear to his jaw. And if you would like to make an insight check, you could get a general feel for how everyone is doing.
I mean, we're at
They
a
feel
funeral,
terrible.
so I would say terrible. Yeah. Man, those are such like on brand for all of our characters in terms of insight.
That's true. Linnea, you see that Egg is about the only one who's visibly upset.
I go over and I sit down next to Egg. I'm assuming he's sitting, if he's not, or whatever.
Yeah, I just have to get into position to do the voice because it takes like a position to do his voice.
Understood.
What are you talking first, or are you waiting for him to talk? Or are you just,
I'm just gonna
sitting?
sit down quietly next to him and give him a look. Like, sad look.
He looks at you, and his eyes are filled with tears. They're bloodshot, and he's visibly upset. His overall demeanor has definitely changed. And he just sits there and cries. Where Elgar's brother is buried underneath the tree, there's sort of a the hole has been dug again, except it's on one of the opposite sides of the tree instead of where you know that Elgar's brother is. And directly around that, there are a set of floating spheres that seem to be emitting light. And there is, you can definitely tell, it's Elgar's body draped under some what appears to be silk. Just lying on a platform that's built directly above the hole.
I would like to walk over to his body and just avoiding everybody else. I say to him, "I didn't know which one you would want, so I brought both." And then I would like to flip a coin.
And I
Okay.
flipped the body, and I was like, "Oh no!"
So should I roll this to you, or should I roll this to everybody?
You could roll it to everybody. No one else knows what it means. So
How do I roll it?
just do the. It's a D4, right? Oh,
Oops. Oh, delete that! Delete that! No!
I screenshotted it.
little bit of spoiler.
Add it to-
Okay, but when I flip the coin, I let it land on the ground next to his body where he's going to be buried. I don't grab it. And so then I crack open the keg of the wine, and I pour one out into a cup for myself, and then one for Elgar. I chug it, and I pour the wine for him where his body's going to be buried.
I think he's pouring 40s on graves over here.
That's actually surprisingly sweet.
And then I say, "I'm not gonna forget you were a fucking drunk."
As you guys are sitting there, you do notice that Ricky is talking to a very peculiar creature. Ricky
Peculiar
has
how?
Talking about Linnea.
Wow.
damn cut the tension right there. Damn. Ricky's talking to a very. You've never seen one of these before. Go ahead and make a nature check. Linnea might have read about them, but you're not really sure.
Tell me what it is.
Okay, you don't know what it is. It appears to be a man-sized otter.
Are
Not
his hands
there.
calmly resting on his belly right now?
Say again?
Are his hands calmly resting on his belly right now?
No. They
That's not
are
your belly.
they are resting on two hilts of two rapiers that he has on either side, and he's dressed in studded leather armor, and he's just talking to Sarit. He's talking to
Hey,
Ricky.
Ricky.
Ricky. It sounds like way too much detail not to be a player character.
Dinky looks over and points and says, "Ferret! It's a ferret!"
Dinky, no, that's not polite.
Ferret man! Ferret man, drink!
We'll look over
What
in
is
that
she
direction.
shouting at, Ricky?
I don't know. She's
Ricky, drink!
yeah, right. We could drink. I mean, come on over. You meet my old friend. Well,
Doc. My name's Captain Doc.
Captain Doc. He's sort of an old friend. We used to be on a ship together.
Now Dinky grabs the 2 kegs on her shoulders like that and walks over and then slams them on the ground next to Doc and Ricky and says, "Drink!" and starts slamming them like that. Drink, drink, drink.
Dunfrey, you have to stop that. They're not going to appreciate that. I go over and like try to calm her down just a little bit because she's out of control.
And then as she's walking, she notices Egg out of the side corner of her eye, and then she says, "Rematch! You drink!" Because she remembers from the drinking contest. She got him
Ricky looks at you guys, and did you guys walk over there or no?
I walked over because I'm trying to deal with Dunfrey screaming.
Right. Linnea, this is Captain Doc. I used to be your first mate on his boat back when he was a trader and things. It was a good time.
Merchant Navy. I mean, we go all the way back to the Bishop Stortford, we do.
We do. It was a good time. Really appreciated it back then. We handled it.
It's a bit...
handled it.
We did handle it.
Speaking
It's a bit
of which,
calmer now out on the seas, though.
Speaking of which, I heard something about you. What happened to, I heard you made something. Where is it? Where the fuck is that little thing at? Where is
Just
it?
look down. It's by my feet. It's always there.
And as he looks down, if any of the rest of you are looking down, it's a tiny little treasure chest with legs.
Linnea immediately is interested and goes to like poke it and like look at it. Like, what is this?
Get your hands off deck. Leave him alone.
I don't understand the science behind him though. What? Explain.
Well, on my travels, I've met many a different person. And, well, this little fella used to be part of my ship. A couple of planks from my deck, took it to a genie out in the desert somewhere.
Oh, you messed
He
with
turned it
gins?
into a chest. Oh, gins are my favourite. They're really good, they are.
No.
They made me a pet. Look at him. He's a treasure chest. He can walk.
Is there anything inside of him?
Oh, there's loads inside of him, but it won't open for you. It only opens for me.
Okay.
That's what she said. Sorry.
That's good.
So what? How do you know the Leaf Bottoms? Why are you here? How do you know Ricky? Well, you know Ricky because apparently you served together, which any friend of Ricky is not to be trusted.
Oh, I'm good friends with Egg. We go way back, we do. I've known the Leaf Bottoms for a good, I don't know, 40 years.
Is that who I think it is?
Oh, Egg! How you doing?
How are you doing, you son of a bitch?
Well, it's a bit wobbly out here on land. Still got my sea legs, you know?
Oh, how hasn't been that long then, has it?
No, I've only been on land for a couple of years now.
Oh, then you're fine. What are you worried about?
Still feels odd.
Oh, yeah. After that long at sea.
30 straight years, you know.
And at this point, Ricky comes up next to you guys with Skulls, and Skulls doesn't recognize Captain Doc at all. But what are you doing, Mogamak, during this whole thing?
I just asked him about the treasure chest, and I'm just watching the interactions. Pretty boring, sorry.
I just want to make sure that Mogamak is good. What is Dunfrey doing during this whole interaction?
Dunfrey's really upset that she's being ignored by Egg, and so she goes, "Drink!" It's a
Little
big-
one.
Big outburst.
Little one, what were you shouting earlier? You were shouting weasel or ferret or something?
We drink ferret. We man, shut
I'm
up.
not a fuck-
We drink.
I'm not a fucking ferret, you bastard.
I mean,
Lad.
you
I'm
could
not
all-
a stork. I'm not a stork. I'm not a vole. I'm not a weasel. I'm not a ferret. I'm an otter.
No, you're not an otter. You're a fucking Lutrin. You should be
I'm
fucking
from the
proud.
Otter family.
You
It's
should
a
be
different family of the weasel and the ferret, the stork and the vault. Yes, I'm a Lutrin, but do you think this simple-minded little dwarf would understand Lutrin?
Shut up! Shut up!
Excuse me?
I take my
How
axe.
dare you?
I take my axe and I slam it into the keg, and then as it's leaking, I use the leaks to fill caskets, to fill tankards filled with the rum, not the wine, or whatever the hard alcohol was. I don't remember what it was.
Go on then, pour me one.
And I pour, and I put one there for Ricky, for everybody. I put one for everybody.
Okay, and everyone sort of picks up the wine, and Egg goes, "Well, did you make this? Because it's actually excellent. It reminds me of where we are right now." And everyone starts to sip and drink the wine, except for Skulls. Skulls does not partake in it.
He doesn't partake
Worried,
at all.
lightweight, huh? Worried that one's gonna fuck you up, Skulls? Skulls is like 600 pounds or some shit, right?
He is. He's like well over 600 pounds.
Mogul Mac, maybe he has a history with alcohol and he doesn't want to trigger anything.
This is really good, little dwarf. Better than the piss we used to drink out at sea.
Aye. Your head's mince, mate.
What?
Mince meat.
What'd you say?
You're saying my head.
It'll make your head mince, mate. You skinny malinky long legs.
What did you just call me, you little bastard?
Ah, you're all right. Lang may your lumbrick.
What?
I'm gonna give you wallop round back at head if you don't start making sense.
Didn't you teach your granny to suck eggs?
The only one sucking eggs around here will be you, you know.
Had your wished. Had your wee shit. What the fuck? Oh, it's telling me this how to pronounce it.
How old does the otter look?
About a little less than middle-aged. Ish.
Okay.
You don't really know how to gauge a Lutrin's age, but a batch of a tuft of white hairs every once in a while shows you that he's fairly old for his race. Anyway.
Is he wearing clothing?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know, Lutrins, man.
So I'm wearing studded leather armor, but I'm also wearing like the captain's outfit from the Merchant Navy from where I'm from.
Okay.
So I'm wearing kind of like blue felt, white
And no
silk, you know.
no boots. No boots.
No boots.
Okay. Are you wearing a cunning hat?
I am wearing a hat, yes.
And after this interaction, Ricky sort of keeps on grabbing drinks, and begins to reminisce about the good times that he had with Elgar, mainly skipping over the whole burning people alive and things like that. And Egg tells you some embarrassing stories about his childhood and his brother and how they used to interact. And then eventually his dad comes in, his uncle comes in, and everyone just joins this massive drinking circle around Elgar. And it's actually quite an amazing thing to be around people who are grieving but also able to enjoy themselves, because Elgar wasn't ever really the butt of any jokes, but now it's sort of like everyone looking around at each other is very much mirthful as opposed to somber. It sort of changes the... Say again? What, mirthful?
Yeah. Full of mirth, merry or amusing. Okay, got you guys.
And instead of being somber and grieving, everyone has their own form of grieving, but the whole introduction of the whole leaf wine and things that Elgar used to enjoy, that there's many dank leaf cigars to be had. they, instead of it being somber, the funeral turns into essentially a party. A huge
Wait, now we're at
party.
the funeral?
It was supposed to be the funeral, but
Oh, I thought that was tomorrow.
it is supposed to be tomorrow.
We're at the wake right now.
You are at the
Okay.
wake.
Okay.
And instead of it being super grieving, everyone is having a good time. Everyone is playing card games and yelling at each other. And I'm pretty sure Dunfrey at some point decides to fight someone, but can't really do it properly.
Otter.
Captain Doc just sort of walks away because he can't be bothered. Is anyone doing anything in particular on this day, the day before the funeral?
Yes.
I want to arm wrestle Dunfrey.
Okay.
Well, we're both wasted. Like we're both on the verge of blackout.
Wait. We need
Very
to drink
challenging.
another one.
Very
We need to
interesting
drink.
when I walk over to check out.
Okay. This is not regular arm wrestling. This is drunk arm wrestling.
Correct.
Okay.
So it's round 2 of drinks.
Little dwarf, what's your name?
Line T. My name's
You-
Binky Binky.
Do you want to have a bit of a wager? Do you know what gambling is?
Yay.
How about we go a couple of games?
All
You want to play
right.
some games, little one?
Aye.
So I've got 2 in mind. Maybe you've got another one. But how about a bit of arm wrestling? And have you heard of Handy Knifey?
Fucking handy knife is bad.
I haven't heard.
Some people call it Knifey Handy.
Ah, I know that one. Your boom's out the window, mate.
Me what? me what?
Keep your fucking head on, mate.
I'm keeping my head
We
on.
drink. That's the game.
Okay. So wait, what's your name again? I've already forgotten.
Dunfred Dinky Binky Borrigan.
Dunfrey. Wait, so what's this Dinky Binky nonsense? Is that your nickname?
Yeah, it's my nickname.
Have you sailed?
Aye.
No, you haven't.
What ship?
haven't. No, we haven't.
You've never sailed. You don't deserve a
Aye.
nickname if you've never sailed.
Ah, your fucking head's mince, mate.
Right, all right, Dunfrey. So do you want to have a bit of knifey handy? Do you want a bit of arm wrestling?
Nah,
Or you only want to drink?
we play knifey handy when you play drinky.
Oh, okay, we'll have a couple more drinks then.
Aye. All right, I pour him
Pour us-
the most disgusting mead that I can fester.
Does it come out of your body?
No,
No, I don't
I
need to
have
know this.
an alchemy jug that's very powerful.
Very
I'm gonna
powerful.
tap Dunphy on the shoulder. You better make sure you give me the good stuff, and I want to make sure she understands that message is threatening, mildly threatening.
Make an intimidation check, please, at advantage, Captain Doc.
His
So
first roll.
it's so hard not to say Elgar. It should be
It's just
at
a random
advantage.
Well, I meant I control click instead of shift click.
Yeah. No, it's still 28. I'll give you the 28.
28.
Go make an insight check, Dunfrey.
A what
Jesus.
check?
Plus
Insight.
12 intimidation.
Is there a point? I mean,
Oh, that what a perfect roll! Like, yeah, you put your hand on her shoulder, and you're like, "Give me the good stuff." And Dunfrey, like your whole, all of the skin on your body tingles when you hear that, and you realize, well, maybe I shouldn't give him the shit stuff.
see, here's the thing, though, is that Dunfrey would actually like the shitty mead.
That's true. For
That's the
her,
problem,
for
is
her, I think she would consider it good because of its incredibly high alcohol content.
Yeah, I don't see Dunfrey as the type to get intimidated. 'Cause she's too stupid to be intimidated.
I could see that, actually. You understand the message, but you're like, this is the good stuff.
She's very confused. She's like, "Oh, I'm glad I'm giving him the good shit. Otherwise
Otherwise, I would be in trouble.
So I pour him the most alcohol content shit that I can muster. That I can fester.
Festa.
Yeah.
So she pours out into a
Is
tankard.
Mogomak getting involved with this?
Yeah, Mogomak, are you getting involved?
Okay. I'll do it.
What's Linnea doing during this?
Linnea is just like very out of it. Like she goes from like feeling really, really sad and then just being like no emotion at all, checking to make sure that everybody's still like there, making sure that Greg's still there. Just very out of place. Like everyone else is having a good time and she's just not doing so hot. In fact, I think she'd probably wander off and try to like go look through the Elgar family library or something.
As you do that, you go into the library, you find Skulls and Greg looking for a book, specifically, and Skulls just looks at you and says, well, we're going to find a book about plants, native plants to this area. If you'd like to join us on our lesson, I mean, learning should never stop. And he sort
Agreed.
of looks on the upper shelf and pulls out a little book, and hands it to Greg, and says, so we're going to try and identify all these plants. If you'd like to join us, you're more than welcome.
As lovely as that sounds, Skulls, I've got some other things that I need to be looking up, but, go have fun. Don't go too far, though. Make sure that, you can still see all the lights. Don't wander off into the forest. And make sure that you come back very, very soon, okay? And she kind of, like, pats Greg on the head.
And Skulls kneels down in front of you and says, you worry about yourself. I have this one. And it's like that knowing look that it's like, we're good. Don't worry.
Okay. Well, she's still gonna worry anyways.
Well, obviously, but still.
Yeah.
To the drinking contest. Pours out a round for Mogomak. Ricky sits down with you guys.
Fucking Ricky.
He says, right, what's the game?
Drinky.
Apparently, Ricky, we're playing Drinky Drinky with a dwarf woman.
Named Dinky.
Her name's Dunfrey.
That's definitely not her name. I mean, none of us would ever call her that. She's not earned it yet.
I don't give a shit about these rules.
Well,
Mac plays by his
Ricky,
own
are you a
rules.
boatman too or something?
I've sailed. I've done it. I used to kill people out on the sea.
Look.
My favourite thing was to grab a chain and you wrap it around the neck and then you throw them in the ocean.
But we only did that to pirates here, Ricky. We
Oh
didn't do
yeah.
that to any, no ordinary people. Only
Oh yeah.
pirates we did that
When they fucking attacked us, it was too easy.
Aren't you guys pirates?
No. What?
Whoa, we're merchant navy.
We're merchant navy. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Never
Pirates!
pirated, like one time.
Pirates.
What? No. Why would we do pirate things?
That just seems in your wheelhouse there, Ricky. That's
Yeah,
fine, I
but
believe
there's something else in my wheelhouse as of recently and my recent past. Killing
God?
people. No, get the fuck out of here. If there is a god for me, it's definitely not one that exists on this plane. No fucking way. The thing is if you get attacked on a sea, you get to kill people legally.
Mm.
As long as they shoot first. You get what I mean?
They always shot first here, Ricky.
Oh, for fuck yeah, they did. Until they realised who was on the ship. And then they finally saw the bottom of the ocean. It was a good time.
Oh, I do miss Kara's veil from time to time.
Oh,
Shit was a
Kara's
beauty.
so beautiful. It had white trim. White fucking trim on a ship. I don't think you understand how difficult it is to maintain white trim on a ship. It's fucking
That's the
impossible.
thing, Ricky. It's not putting it on. It's keeping it. It's keeping it white.
Well, yeah, that's the point. I mean, we had that one little kid. What the fuck was his name? I think it was Dirge. It's like Dirge something. He's like a little kid, right? And he used to love painting and he used to love cleaning. And then that one day he shot that dude with a crossbow. That was crazy. But
Was it?
it's fine.
Shut up! Drink!
I drink.
I drink.
Does Mogamak drink?
I pretend to not like it.
Even though
In fact-
you enjoy the sheer amount of alcohol that's involved
Yes.
in this, 100%.
In fact, this alcohol reminds me of being out at sea and the swill we used to drink out there. But I want to persuade everyone else that I'm
you mean deceive everyone else?
sorry, I wanted to deceive everyone else into thinking that I'm what's the word? Like enjoying the finer things.
Oh yeah.
A connoisseur.
Yeah, I'm more of a alcohol.
You're a bourgeoisie piece of shit.
Yeah, that's the one.
Why did you roll 2 dice?
Because I have a ring of truth telling. Oh shit.
That is true. You do have a ring of truth telling. I forgot about that.
Fucking useless. I have like -3 wisdom.
Right. So yeah, this is good shit. According, apparently, like he's like, this is okay. Right? That's what your perspective is. Is you're like, it's okay.
It's not very good now, is it?
Ricky looks at you knowingly.
Give him a
Yes,
wink and
it's
a
all
nod.
right. It's all right.
I haven't actually seen Captain Doc's Constitution saving throw.
That's true.
Is there,
Make a Constitution
any,
saving throw, please.
Particular reason for that?
Yep.
What does that mean, Devin?
That he's on his way. On his way to
Bottom of
being
the
drunk.
ocean.
We're getting blotto tonight, aren't we, little dwarf one?
Aye, round 3.
done free. Round 3.
Round 3.
You are a cheeky bastard. You are.
And I take the keg, which is now empty, and I throw it as far as I fucking can, and it just lands on some house, destroys the shingles.
It's a pretty shittily made house if it's destroying shingles. Or one hell of a barrel, I
It's a
guess.
very
So we're on
heavy
Constitution
keg.
again.
Yes, everyone roll Constitution again. he's definitely on his way. Mogamak and Dunfree haven't felt it yet, but Captain Doc is on his way. The third round is actually passed out by Elgar's dad. He actually gives you guys the 1,000-year-old whiskey.
Oh, cheers for that, Edward.
Well, it's very appreciated you coming, Captain.
Captain, did
Anything
know
for you,
Elgar?
leaf bottoms.
How did you know Elgar, Captain?
It's not Elgar that he knew, Mogamak. It's Egg. Egg used to be with us too. Not for very long, but he's with us. It was a good time. He punched a fucking hole in a ship. You should have fucking been there. It was amazing. He literally ran on the water and ran over. He fucking punched a hole in the ship. It was fucking... Oh, it's so good. It was so good.
Where is Egg while all this is happening?
He's just sort of sitting next to Elgar's body getting drunk.
He's very upset.
He is very upset.
Okay. Noted.
I want to whisper to Ricky. So, who are these people?
They're my mates. We get to kill people legally. We're part of a Slayers Guild. I was going to see if you want to get in on it. We literally get paid to kill people. But sort of, except for the fact that there's a world-ending sort of fungus issue that we're trying to deal with at the moment.
That sounds so lame when you put it that way.
That's how Ricky. That's how Ricky would say it.
No,
That's,
I know. It just
So-
sounds so
so,
fucking lame.
So, Ricky, does this doomsday mushroom have any money?
Oh well. No. But that being said, there's all sorts of treasures along the way. I mean, shit, look at the fucking sword that this guy's got. Just look at it for 5 seconds.
You want to see it?
Is... Please, yeah, let me see your sword.
I mean, I don't know if you can pick this up with your little baby swords. But,
I don't touch another man's sword. No.
Okay.
Not unless it's
Make sure we're not,
consensual. It must be consensual sword touching.
That is the biggest green gem I've ever seen in my life. How did they get it into metal?
I don't know. I found it, and now I chop it with it.
Do some big chops with that one.
Oh yeah, only the finest chops.
So who pays you lot? Where do you get your money from?
That would be me. And he sort of walks up with his shotgun on his back. I am Captain Benedict.
Captain?
Military rank, not anything else.
Oh, landlubber captain, of course.
There's nothing any worse about me than there is you. Right?
I'm not saying it's worse or better, I'm just saying it's different, you know?
It is different.
And it's harder out to see.
Well, obviously, I'm not... I'm not gonna say it's not, but... yeah, I am the owner and purveyor of the Slayers Guild. This guy, he is fucking hammered. He is not sober. Like, he could not be farther from sober right now.
So you part of government, or what?
Sort of. I mean... No. I'm not, but the people I talk to and get stuff from are.
So you've got funding from above that lets you kill people?
As long as it's justified.
I'm gonna
How
step
do I
in
get-
and be like, "Did you hear about the Capital Strangler?
Strangle, no.
Went around killing a bunch of people. Everybody was terrified. Then we went in, got killed, but killed him back.
You sorted him
money.
out.
We did. And that's why we have a spot on the team.
What, you lost? Oh, was it? Nod towards the body. Was he
Yeah.
one of yours?
No, that was another job we did, but that's why
Well,
we got. That's why Dinky's here.
Let's just say
Otherwise-
the job's not easy considering we've lost 2 in about 2 weeks.
And somehow Linnea's the only one who's fucking upset about this shit. Jesus Christ.
How many are you? What's your crew like?
Oh, I don't know about their team, but it's me and Skulls. Then we got some orc boys, and then yeah, I think it's 4 for their team. I don't know. I don't really pay attention. They change all the time. That's the issue. Is none of them even look the same.
I want to come wandering out from, like, the library or whatever, the house, and Linnea has found herself some wine or whatever, and she is pretty drunk, and just points at Rick and says, "You!"
This could only be a good thing. And he sort of stands up and he looks at you and he says, "Yes, Linnea. How may I help you?"
You need to stay away from my daughter. I don't want you going anywhere near her from now on.
What prompted
anywhere near her.
what prompted this? What did I do?
Because you're a piece of shit, Ricky. You're a fucking piece of shit. You bring disaster. You bring all sorts of terrible things. You're backhanded. I don't want you anywhere near her. I want to keep her safe.
Shit, Ricky, shit.
That's right, Dunfrey. See, Dunfrey's only been here for like a week, and she knows that you are just bad news. Absolutely bad news.
Ricky, what have you done?
I've done a lot of things that I'm not proud of, but one of them is going out of my way to make sure my best friend stays alive. I took on some debt. You could say that we cleared that debt, but it was not in the most positive way.
It was in a fucking terrible, illegal way that we can never talk about.
Well then, right, it's fine.
What are you guys talking about?
Ricky, were you playing with fire again?
Yes, Captain.
Well, we
Is
know
this
what
a
happened
normal
last-
thing that he does?
I wouldn't say normal, but he's got his fingertips burnt before.
That sounds pretty fucking normal to me. Ricky, you stay away from my family, and I don't want you none of this shit ever again. None. And she just starts like getting like angry sputtery noises. Like,
Right. Here's how it's gonna go, Linnea. If you want to punch me in the face, just do it. Just fucking do it. And he walks right up to you. His chest isn't put out. He literally like gets eye to eye with you and just puts his face right in front of yours. Just fucking.
can I slap him with a book?
Sure.
I'm gonna slap him with a book. What do I need to roll for that?
You don't need to roll for it. Basically, he puts his
Alright.
face right up there. It just goes, whoa, and Ricky just gets knocked the fuck out. He just lays on the floor, and as he's going down, he just says, right, deserve that. He just hits the ground unconscious, from full to unconscious.
I'm gonna grab the tankard out of Dinky's hand, and I'm just gonna start chugging it.
Wait,
And probably pass the fuck out.
And I'm at the level of drunk where I don't quite realize what's happening, and I just see Ricky fall and keel over. Fucking hell, Ricky! I didn't realize you were that lightweight anymore. What's happened to him?
Well, Doc, this is why Ricky doesn't come with us on the hard missions.
Understood. Yeah, I mean, there's a reason he left the seas. You know, he's not cut out for some of the difficult things in life.
And what kind of a name is Doc?
What do you mean?
Wait.
kind
I
of name?
would like to interrupt this entire conversation. As soon as I see Ricky get hit in the face, Dunfrey gets extremely excited and screams, "Bar fight!" and then grabs Mogomak and fucking slams him in the face.
You're gonna punch Mogomak right in the face.
Yes.
Okay.
The episode where Jenkins' 8th character dies.
I'm just gonna take the punch. I'm not even drunk.
Are you wearing your armor, Mogomak, or are you...
Of course I'm wearing my armor. I'm gonna take 3 damage. I take the punch, and I would like to slap Dinky across the face.
Oh god.
But not like I'm not leaning into it, you know?
Listen, a bar brawl.
I'm gonna
to
say,
Dink-
stop that.
A bar brawl to Dinky is something very sacred. Okay. It's
True.
It's a sport. It's not. She. You know, I could do full damage with my unarmed strike because I'm a barbarian, but I didn't do it because it's just about the sport. You know.
I
So
want
fuck-
to dual
so
wield
fucking hit
snap
me.
two tankards over Dunfrey's head.
Oh,
Take that, you little dwarf bastard!
Wait, how much damage is the tankard that you gave them? Because your tankards are magical.
Yes.
Shit.
all right. I guess I can roll those for you. They would also. I would also have to roll a Constitution for drunkenness.
Yep.
Oh shit!
You are you failed the first one.
Uh-oh. And I turn back to him and I say, "Get off! You gotta fucking eat, mate!" And I.
The
let's
faces
see,
that
what-
Jenkins makes when he says these things is fantastic.
What do I do?
I know, right?
I grab the keg and I like fucking boot it open like that, and then I grab a plank and I just slap him with the plank of wood right in his face.
Okay.
I take the slap.
But
How much-
but
how
not
mu-
no
how
but
many-
not hard enough to do actual damage to him. Just enough
Okay.
to.
So
We'll call it unarmed.
my little treasure chest companion deck scutters with his little feet behind you, behind your like legs, behind your calves, and I just push you over the chest, straight backwards.
And as I'm on the ground, I bite Mogomak on the ankle.
He's wearing armor though. I think you break your
like-
teeth.
I would like to give him a little tail whip in the face. To keep and say, stop it. Seriously.
Nobody's bar fighting me. Does Ricky get in on it? I will
Ricky,
wait.
is,
I-
Ricky
I
has
need
been
this
knocked
out.
the fuck out by
I-
Linnea.
I grab Ricky and I shake him and I say, "Wake up, you wee bastard! It's a bar brawl!" And then I
As you guys are fighting, Egg walks over and puts a hand on Dunfrey, puts a hand on Mogamak, and says, "If you don't stop, I'm gonna end it right now." And he puts his hand out, and his hand is shaking, but in a sort of like incredibly fast motion to the point where it's like he's telling you that
He gonna whoop your ass.
if you don't stop,
Don't-
I'm gonna end it right now.
Don't mess with Egg. When he's got his hand out like that, he's going to do some serious walloping on you.
and then I point at Egg like that, and I say, "Drink!"
And with that, I think I need.
Nighty night there, Dicky Pinky.
Where is it? Monk. Excuse me. Sorry. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw at disadvantage, please.
My specialty.
Okay. He immediately reduces you to 0 hit points.
Diggy falls over, satisfied with the amazing bar brawl and drink session.
All he does is literally he just goes whoom, and he just puts the palm directly on Dunfrey's chest, and she just goes she just falls over completely unconscious.
She vomits as she's falling.
Of course she does.
And he
lays
like
in her own vomit.
he turns you on your belly so that you don't choke on your own vomit. Well, that's handled.
Egg, it's a bit lucky she's got such thick skin. You could have done her in.
Oh no, that's a move designed to just knock her unconscious.
She's already half unconscious as it is when she is conscious, the way she fucking drinks.
Well, yeah, she's a dwarf. What's Mugmac doing while this is happening?
Watching Dinky pass out is really just normal to me. So just like one of those awkward moments where like I don't want to be in the circle anymore, so I just start looking around the room. And as she passes out, there's like 2 people passed out here, basically Ricky and Dunfrey. And I'm just gonna walk away and wait for somebody else to talk, like a new circle to join.
Okay, the closest circle would be like Elgar's close family. His father, his mom, and his uncle.
You don't want that either.
Yeah, I don't want to talk to them either. I'm gonna continue searching until I find a group that I'm comfortable talking to. May never happen.
In the distance, you can see Skulls and Greg looking at plants.
Anyone cutting wood right now?
Not
I mean,
that
they're probably chopping some plants, Mogamak.
I'll move into the kitchen. Anyone need help? Chopping vegetables?
Well, we found how Mogamak deals with grief now. It's through chopping various large and small things.
Surprisingly, you actually go into the kitchen, and Elgar's girlfriend is there, prepping food. And you're like, "Oh, you need help chopping vegetables?" And she goes, "Yeah, come on over." And she hands you like a kitchen knife, and then she puts a pile of
With the kitchen
vegetables.
knife.
She puts a pile of vegetables directly in front of you.
I put it on the table and I just start pulling my sword out.
If you destroy the counter,
I'm
you're
not
going to be
destroy the
paying
counter.
for it.
And I'm gonna very delicately do little tiny like sword chops. On the
How-
So it crits, and then you chop the fucking counter.
And she looks at you and she says, "How often is that? Have you cleaned that?"
What day of the week is it today?
Florbus Day.
I believe it's
I
last.
think it was about
I believe it's
4
last
months
day.
ago.
Then don't chop vegetables with it. Pick up the knife and chop with the knife. If you're chopping stuff with that thing is nasty. I could literally
probably
see
gone
it
black.
from here.
Probably gotten black mold on this before, actually. All right. I'll
Actually, make a
keep it in.
perception check, Mogamak, when you're looking at your sword. There is something wrong with the crystal at the top of it. The giant gemstone has a black tinge to it.
I'm not going to say anything, but I'm worried. And then I'll put it away. And begin chopping vegetables, thinking about my sword.
Okay. So you hang out with Elgar's girlfriend. It's actually quite nice because she doesn't talk. She just hands you stuff to chop and then puts it on a plate and organizes it and puts it in like a preserving bin. And it's actually a surprisingly calming experience for you. Just chopping vegetables, prepping food for dinner and stuff like that. A few hours later, we're just going to fast forward. Dinner is actually served inside the main house. There is a large round table, and they have a sort of like large, what are those things called that you spin on a table?
Lazy Susan.
Lazy Susan. Like it's a massive 2 or 3 foot wide Lazy Susan that all the food is on. So if you need a piece of it, you just spin it and then you just eat. And it's all of like essentially the Leaf Bottom favorite foods. All of it. It's actually quite amazing as they're doing stuff. If there's more vegetables that need to get chopped, the girlfriend just looks at you. I wish I don't know if we took notes on that. She just looks at you.
Millie? Start with the E, right?
I think so.
Amelia? Millie?
The wife
Your girlfriend.
is Amelia.
Amelia looks at you, Mogamak, and she's like, "We need more vegetables chopped." And sort of like, it's an interesting conversation to be had because apart from the people that are absolutely wasted and the people that are still conscious, there isn't a whole lot said. Overall, that whole night, there's just a sort of air of uneasiness and discomfort throughout the whole table. As you go to the next day, everyone wakes up early in the morning. The first thing, early light, basically dawn's light comes through the sides of the trees, and shines directly on the grave. Egg and Elgar's father, Edward, they both grab Elgar and they sort of lower him into the grave. And by hand, everyone in their family takes a handful or a bunch of handfuls of dirt and begins to throw the dirt all over Elgar. And everyone that's there contributes to this. Even Ricky gets up there and does it by hand.
Please tell me Jenkins just went to get a black hat or something. He's seen Moxie put on this and he's like, I have something too.
I hope so. But
So there's a funeral. Come on, guys.
But I have a question. Linnea, are you going to do the ritual of helping bury the dead?
Yes! See, we came prepared.
You should put your headphones on first, but
He's figured it out.
We're classy.
Linnea, are you going to take part in the burying the body ritual, or are you going to stay abstain?
Is it very religious?
No. This is purely a Leaf Bottom thing. It's not
Yes, I'll take
religious.
part.
The whole thing is not religious. They do accept, though, that he was chosen by the Moon Goddess, and she gave him power, and that's what helped him get past everything. All the trials that he's had up until now were at least assisted by the moon goddess herself. And they
I'm still,
acknowledge the only thing is they acknowledge it. It's not the center of the whole
Okay.
whole thing. They didn't
Yes.
want to do that because it would have been more of a big deal if he was still the sun god's chosen, but that's actually you now. So so are you going to take part in the burying by hand?
Yes.
Mogamak, are you going to take part in the burying by hand?
Yep.
Dunfrey, are you going to take part in the burying by hand?
Yes.
Make a perception check, Linnea. Or not.
I'm very upset.
You are
I'm
very.
so
You're
upset
actively
about it.
crying. As Linnea is weeping into the grave of Elgar, a small bird appears directly next to you and begins to push dirt into the grave.
Is it best girl?
It is.
Bird!
Oh, Skink.
And
What are
she
we gonna do?
She looks at you, and she now has her entire top of her head is covered in these orange glowing eyes. You can tell the two that are originally hers. And it doesn't appear that she is physically there with you. It appears to be some sort of image because it sort of crackles and shakes in like the wrong way, and the dirt's not actually being moved, but the motion is being made. And with that, Greg sort of runs up where Skink's image is and begins to push dirt in for her, because Greg recognizes the fact that, and you could tell that best girl, there's something. It's not that there's something wrong with her, it's just that she's very upset. She looks at you and she says, "You don't have to be told when you go to the astral plane and he's there already."
Skink, this doesn't make any sense. Why would they let this happen? Why would they do this? They know that we're going. He was chosen by the moon goddess. Why?
Because even they aren't that powerful. Just because you're a god doesn't mean you're infinite.
How are we gonna defeat this, Skink?
I have faith. You need to find your brother. And with that, her image sort of crackles and dissipates. And Skink sort of fades away, and Greg is still helping you push dirt, and she's like standing up and she wipes her hands on her like little pretty dress that she has because she's a kid, she doesn't give a shit. And all she does is, like, as you're sitting there crying and pushing dirt in, she grabs you by the arm and begins to lead you away. Both Ricky stays away. Both him and Skulls come in afterward. Captain, are you going to take part or are you going to abstain?
I didn't know Elgar, so I'm just going to stand back.
That's fair. Ricky and Skulls basically finish off the whole ritual after Elgar's mom, his girlfriend, his uncle, like all of them take part. But what you didn't realize is that the rest of Elgar's family is here today. It's about 300 people. Curiously, in the far corner, in the very back, on the side that his father is sitting on, there is a Vidalcan.
Would I have noticed? I assume I'd noticed this, yes? Do I need to roll perception?
After you're finished crying and you get back to your seat and stuff, the ceremony sort of finishes with the flourish of a cleric shapes earth and turns the whole section, like the very top of section of it, into stone for a moment, and then lets it sort of dissolve back into dirt, symbolizing that it's sealed and that Elgar's life is complete, and sealing his body away, and basically consecrating the ground in and of itself, hallowing the ground to make sure that death can't be brought back if they
They
he's
learned
basi-
their lesson after that last, brother.
Oh yeah. So everyone's sort of getting up and dissipating and saying, excuse me, saying thank you. Elgar's dad comes to you guys and gives you each a hug because he recognizes the fact that you guys were a party and sort of there for the whole experiencing Elgar as Elgar wanted it to happen. And that's when you notice that there's a Vidalkin in the back corner.
Edward, who's that on the corner?
I believe that is my great cousin, or cousin 6th, 7th removed. I don't remember.
You have a Vidalkin in your family tree.
Well, it's complicated. Let's
Seems
just
like most
say
things are with this family.
you know better than anyone. He has been a part of the family for a long time. He's just been so far removed because of his species more than anything. It's sort of that he's the most apathetic person I've ever met. Ever.
Sounds like most Vidalkins, honestly.
So, that being said, I don't know, but I remember you. You may want to go talk to him.
I think I will. I'm gonna go walk over. What does this Vidalkin look like?
A spitting image of your father.
Oh god, I forgot that we made this canon. Okay.
It's spit an image, Devin. Biblical.
An image.
It's
Spit an image?
An image. It's from the Bible. Okay.
But no one expected that to come from Jenkins today. Alright, go over, I say, how do you know the Leaf Bottom family?
Why do you care?
Because I happen to be very close to them, and it's also unusual to see a Vidalkin in these sorts of places. We're not normally joining in things like this.
We? As far as
Well.
I can tell, you are not.
I was in a past life. Gonna answer my question?
My father had me with one of the cousins of the family.
So your family.
Yes, unfortunately.
A lot
I
of
don't.
disdain from you.
Interpersonal things are not my forte at all. And just this conversation is making me tired.
Would your father... You look very much like another Vidalkin that I used to know. His name was Artrus. Would you be related to him?
And he looks up at you. And he just says, "Excuse me? Say that again."
You look like another Vidalkin that I used to know, named Artrus.
How do you know that name?
I knew him once upon a time. In a
You
past life.
Knew him.
I did.
In what way?
Not well. But you look like him.
Interesting. Well, that he was my father.
What do you know about the black mold?
And with you asking that question, he looks directly at you. And his eyes widen, his pupils dilate, and he looks genuinely concerned. Which version are we talking about exactly?
Any of the versions. The ones that consume, the ones that explode. I have a feeling you might know something about that.
Let's just say that in the end of this, I have a theory about what the next move is, and I have developed something that could possibly fix it. Because if you look up in the sky, and he sort of says, if you would like to come with me for a moment, I can illustrate what's happening right now. And if you have a party or something that would like to join us, you're more than welcome to do that.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Come on, boys.
Are we nearby?
Yes, you are all nearby.
I'm sure that you noticed that I'm talking to another Badalkin too at this point, but I'll gesture to the group, except for Captain Doxy Pants or whatever over there, because I don't know him yet, and he's friends with Ricky, and fuck Ricky.
Alright, I'll go with.
I go.
What are you doing, Captain Doc?
Where are they going, Ricky? They're off somewhere.
Yeah, they do that. I mean, they're
Should we follow
talking.
them?
If you want to, we could do that. We could be like old times, stalking.
Let's go have a butcher's then, shall we, Ricky?
Yeah, fuck yeah. As you guys move along, you move to the lake to the northeast. It's not that far. It's like half-hour walk. You get up there, and he says, "Look, directly above us. What do you see?" Each of you make a perception check, please.
I feel like Dinky just goes blind looking into the sun.
Yes.
Yeah. I
I
call
wanna
that
make sure
shit.
he doesn't do that thing where he like fucking flicks me in the nose or some shit.
You guys look up. Mogamek, you see in the sky there is a little itty bitty black dot.
Okay.
And
Like
the
a
rest
star
the
black
rest
dot,
of
or-
no. It's like early morning and the sky is crystal clear blue. No clouds. Directly above you, there's a tiny little black dot in the sky.
Never seen that before.
Exactly. If you look closer, and he sort of pulls out like a periscope or like a telescopic viewing glass. And he says, "Look at it now," and he hands it to you. And as you're looking at it, you could definitely tell that it's magical because when you put your eye up to it, it zooms in a lot, and it sort of locks. And you look at it, and it appears to be a stone floating in the sky.
How far up is that?
I have measured it. It's about 2 miles.
Gonna say it must be massive if it looks that large to us.
But the thing is it's growing.
But what is it?
I don't know. But the rumor is, what stops the black mode from growing?
The sun.
How do you stop the sun from shining?
By blocking it.
With what?
Darkness.
I believe that they have put a seed into the upper atmosphere, and it is growing, not mold, but a black stone that is going to eventually prevent the sun from shining on this side of the planet altogether.
So how do we deal with that?
I have not figured it out yet. but I imagine that when it's going to reach a critical mass in which it's going to fall, because something like that you just can't have floating. I don't care how much magic you have. The weight will be too much and it will fall and we will all die. So, my plan is, you know what destroys black mold?
Holy water.
I have developed a magic that can seed the sky with holy water. I can seed clouds
Uh-oh.
with holy water. Science, okay? And this is the moment that you see both your father and you and your mom. Everything is coming out. Even like any Vidalcan that you've ever been related to. It's literally coming out in this reaction of you can't. You can seed a cloud. There's a way to do it, but to do it magically and properly, you have to have an exceptionally large amount of fresh water, and you have to introduce salt and all sorts of things to force it to go upward. And if I can find a powerful enough spellcaster, we can do it to destroy the stone, but we can't do it right now because it's too high up. We have to wait for it to get critical mass, begin to lower in atmosphere, and then we can trigger it and destroy the whole thing altogether. But the one key point is that I have to be above the stone. I have to be on top of it to destroy it in this manner.
Why do you have to be atop of it?
It's hard to explain because you can't. Magic doesn't materialize if you cannot see the destination. You understand? You can't make a lightning bolt go through a wall. You cannot make a wave crash through a piece, through a cliff. You cannot force it through materials, correct? So we have to get me above the clouds, above the stone to destroy it.
I need you to teach me this magic.
We need someone that can teleport vast distances. And also, it's so frustrating. I have a plan. So if we can get me a crystal. So I have this thing that I like to call a sentinel. The name is not finished yet, but it's called a sentinel or a spy. I haven't really decided yet. But I can get this to float up above, and we can use it as a channeling point that we can cast spells through this. We could channel spells and spellcasting through this regardless of distance, because it opens up a hole from where we're standing to the other point. But we have to be able to get this device above where it's going. Basically, we have to find the critical point at which we have to find the critical mass in which it begins to float downward, and then have my device already up above the clouds, and then we can teleport, and then we can trigger all the things and hopefully save the world that way. And with that being said, that same idea represents the fact that all that holy water will hit the ground eventually as well, therefore clearing the black mold away altogether from everything. But if we do it too early, I know that there's black mold underground. I know that. But I've been told by resources that there is another source of mold in the mountains that has to be dealt with first. Yeah, what's up? What's going on?
Can you hear a word they're bloody saying?
Nope, not at all.
Nah, me neither. They look funny though.
They do
Pointing
look
up at
good.
sky.
I know.
Looking up at sky.
What the
Look
fuck
at
are they doing? At this
Bunch of
point,
twats.
you guys actually hear them yelling at each other.
What the hell? All right, so we're gonna need a lot of water. We're gonna need a lot of things.
I've got the water.
I've got the water.
I have. I went Ricky there for a second. I have the water. Trying to get out of the accent is hard sometimes. I have the water. I have the spell. I have my device. We need to get the device above the clouds. If we're going through a sort of checklist, this would be what it was. We have to deal with the thing in the mountains. We have to deal with whatever sources they have left. I have a feeling that there's another source that we don't know where it is. because it doesn't make sense as to why the black in the east is moving so fast. It's moving incredibly quickly. The estimates are now that they have pushed the camp from the bridges, and it is actually in Halfkin now. That's what my estimates were. They didn't want to listen to me, but you know who's laughing now? Obviously not them, because they're probably dead.
Would you like to travel with us? We're in pursuit of the mold, and we're working with the scholars over in the capital. Someone like you could be very useful.
It depends. Where are you guys located? Where's your thing?
I mean, we go wherever we're needed. Main base, though, is in the capital.
Interesting. I am currently set in Lake Helm, which I have my sort of shop, and my research is all in Lake Helm because I wanted to get in close proximity. But that being said, we have a few steps, and I don't know what steps you can handle, or if you're already on them. I don't know. My sources are those who are at the front line, and the orcish horde that has been moving out of the mountains has not stopped to this day. It's been happening for months, so there has to be a source of something in the mountains that we have to deal with now.
We can handle that.
Okay. What's Mogamak? What's Mogamak doing during this?
I mean, I'm following it all, but it all sounds like he knows so much, and we're so lost right now that anybody that has answers sounds worth following to me, because I'm pretty lost about what to do. But that just adds more unknowns. Because now there's something way up in the sky that we have to deal with, and I just feel very small right now.
Dinky is very excited by the thought of creating this large body of liquid and creating rain that's holy water, thinking that maybe that could also be alcohol. Maybe some sort of wine or rum that's also raining.
Okay. So, I don't know. How about you meet me in Lake Helm in a few days? It is going to take me a while to travel back. But I will meet you in Lake Helm, and if you're going east to take care of whatever that is, I'll meet you in Lake Helm. I have a supply of holy water you can take with you.
That sounds fine.
Good.
I've actually made an alchemy jug that dispenses holy water.
That's very useful. Can you make multiples of those?
No. Oh, God. It cost me 8,000 platinum.
Well, it'll go towards a worthy cause.
Absolutely. So what, this meeting sort of, comes to a close. What are you guys doing?
Let's make sure that we're all on the same page so we would have talked to each other a little bit, and then we'll start heading back towards the rest of the party, but we're all like in deep conversation and thought about it, most likely.
You guys sort of pass by
Doc.
Ricky and Captain Doc. What are you doing?
What are you guys eavesdropping for?
I hide in a bush.
If I'm being honest, we didn't hear shit. I saw you looking and pointing at the sky. I thought it was funny. I couldn't get close enough. Because let's be real, I don't feel good. And he sort of like moves his head to the side, and there's a giant black mark in the shape of a book on the side of his face. He's like, yeah, I haven't felt good since yesterday, but I guess I deserve it. But that being said, I've already talked to Captain Benedict about getting Captain Doc in, if it's cool with you guys. He said it's good.
Well, we have a development with the black mold, so we could use more bodies right now.
Well, that's good. And I have a plan for Skulls and I. We're going to go to the front line.
You gonna take Doc Bottom whatever with you?
No, he can't come with us because we're doing stealthy stuff. We're not. We're doing, well, sort of. I can't really tell you at the moment, but I need to test something, and then we'll get
What do
back to you.
think? We're part of the mold gang or something?
No,
Can't tell
no,
us?
it's not that. It's just you won't. What I'm doing is going to be outside the Slayers Guild.
That means he's going to light something on fire.
No,
if you are
there's
unfamiliar.
There's actually no fire this time.
Oh, then what is it, Ricky? Because there's always something with you.
Oh, I'm going to be killing a lot of people. I'm going to be murdering a lot of people outside the law. Just doing it.
Ricky,
just being honest. What?
How can I get in on that? It's just the bush. It's just the bush talking to you.
I know it's you, Captain. And no, I don't want you to be a part of this. I don't. I appreciate you coming. I appreciate all the things you've done for me. But if you come on this, there's a very hard chance that we're going to die.
Retirement's boring.
I point at whatever the fuck his name is, and I say, Badger, how's your Eid?
You little dwarf. I'm not a badger.
Wee Badger.
How tall is he
Listen.
actually?
5'8"?
Okay, so
Yeah.
he's actually proper size, not like tiny little.
No.
That'd be amazing. though.
Humanoid otter.
He's very tall for a Lutrin. So,
Very tall for an otter too.
well, he ought to be tall.
Hey.
Well, I
Where
don't
are you lot
trust. I don't trust
where-
this guy
Why not?
because any friend of Ricky's is not to be trusted.
Oh, trust me.
Hasn't Ricky
So-
Ricky ever helped you?
Ricky has gotten us into more scraps than I'd care to admit. Some of them I would never admit because they weren't legal.
Yeah, that's part of the job, ain't it?
No, it's not part of the job. That's why it's illegal.
Linnea, if you keep bringing it up, someone's going to start asking questions. Maybe you should just let it go.
Frowny face.
Good things happened because of all of that, if I remember correctly.
I don't
You-
want to do
That's how-
illegal
that's how you
stuff.
got- That's how you got Greg.
Book lady. Book lady.
A book lady has a name. Thank you, Captain Doc. What kind of a name
What's
is
your,
Doc anyway?
what's your name, book lady?
Her name's Linnea.
Linnea. Right, Linnea, listen. I'm not into all this illegal shit that Ricky's into. I was captain. You understand? I had responsibility, discretion. All of this is my name, Captain Doc. You can take that name to the bank any day of the week, love.
Still don't understand. What kind of a name is Doc?
What kind of name's
Yeah.
Linnea? Where the fuck did
It's
you
a
get that from?
Bedalkin name, thank
Are
you.
you a doctor?
Captain Doc.
So-
I mean, Doc is a Lutrin name. Same thing then. You can't make fun of my
You don't
name.
have
It's
a
racist.
name.
That's
So you
racist.
Captain, Doctor, Mr. Sir.
No, it's not. It's not doctor. It's
Don't-
just Doc.
Don't forget PhD at the end of it, Mogomac. You gotta get all his titles. MD, PhD.
Esquire at the end as well.
Okay.
I mean,
Just because you're a captain doesn't mean that you're legitimate. I've known plenty of captains that were not legitimate.
Linnea, we are. I don't know. If
Do you know what-
We're not, the Slayers Guild is not picky. I don't know why we're putting so
Well,
much
Linnea-
effort. into
I'm
it.
just saying, Mogomac, that we shouldn't trust him.
Linnea, do you know what the Merchant Navy is?
Yes, I do.
That's legitimate. I'm a legitimate captain.
And how do we know that you're
From-
really in the merchant navy?
Linnea.
What do you mean?
The only thing I don't trust is black mold on my skin right now. Okay, really not a big deal. And Dinky, don't fucking trust that bitch. But
and as make a history check, Linnea, for me, real quick.
Okay.
my ship's name is the Kara's Vale.
That's a 13, get me.
You know that the Kara's Vale is actually a ship, and his uniform, his merchant uniform is real.
Alright.
Dunfree, I don't
Still
even
don't-
know why you're rolling. You wouldn't know any of that information.
You can join, but I still don't trust you, and I don't like you. So you stay. Keep to yourself.
I'll be quiet unless you call on me, alright, Linnea?
I think back into the history of the captain and his ship, and then I say out loud, wee Badger.
I'm not a bloody badger, you bastard! Lutrin, listen, little dwarf one. Dunfrey, listen. Lutrin.
Pretty wee mink.
Fucking halflings.
Oh God. Well, that being said, should we continue? Should we start? I think we have a ways to go to Lycam unless we're teleporting again. Unless you want to take more time here.
What about the? Isn't the? Oh, is today the funeral? I guess it is because you put your hat
Yes,
on.
It's already happened.
That's right. We
The
threw
hat's
dirt
on.
on the ground. I was zoned out. Sorry, I just.
Do you not
this
want
a
to
lot. They all
sail?
run together, you know.
You want to sail all the way around? That will take so much time.
Sailing's faster than walking.
Teleporting's faster than walking.
Oh, you lot can teleport.
Well, yeah, you were
Sometimes.
teleported. You were teleported.
Me?
Yeah, you were there. Oh no, you weren't. You were not there. Sorry,
When?
It was
I'm bad.
Ricky.
I'm horrible.
Was it
I'm the
Ricky?
worst.
Was it Ricky that teleported?
It was Ricky
with us?
and Skulls, right?
And
Yeah.
That's some powerful magic, that teleporting.
That's what magic is.
So we could head back to the Slayers Guild, get some provisions, split
Yes,
up
Smoke Mac, we can get your rations.
Elgar's, that too, split up Elgar's stuff for the journey ahead, and then get Doc situated, and then go piss on some mold.
We should go talk to the college too and let them know what we've discovered. Perhaps they can help accelerate the research.
And maybe start looking at that thing in the sky too.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay.
So are you going to be sailing or are you going to be joining us there, Doc?
I'll come with you if it's faster. You can show us the ropes.
All right. Try not to throw up like a sissy. I know you have.
You look over at
Weak
Dunfrey, who's
stomach
thrown up
sometimes.
repeatedly.
I throw up.
I knew we should have brought the hose with us.
All right. Let's go make the rounds and say goodbyes and make sure that we've done everything we need. And then we should head.
We're taking Ricky back with us.
I think he can walk.
He's going to
Oh,
school, remember?
Yeah, we're going. Skulls and I are going. Don't worry about us.
I
I
did.
want to say goodbye to Egg then.
All right then.
Bye, Egg.
Just waves by.
With that, I think we're gonna go on our 15-minute break. I'm just trying to get all of Elgar's stuff in our little chat. That's pretty much it. He does have a bag of holding as well. So, in addition to all the things I put in the chat. So if you guys want to think about that, we're gonna go on our 15-minute break. I'm gonna look for some food myself. All right. We will see you guys in 15 minutes. Let me switch over. Okay, so Linnea is now the game master. Welcome back, everyone.
Bitches.
We're waiting for everyone to get back from their break. I don't know what everyone's up to, but those of you who think I'm too tired, I am now on my second can of Mountain Dew, so I'm working on it.
Mountain Dew's so bad for you, dude.
Yeah, I know, but I don't have anything else. Oh, Jenkins is now the game master.
Oh no.
Elgar rises up from the grave and shits his pants and begins eating his own shit.
Come on, dude.
What do you do? What do you do, Linnea?
Well, Linnea's not here. Dunfrey is.
Drink! No.
Captain Doc.
So the call broke for me there for a good 30 seconds, and the last thing I heard was Elgar eats his own shit, and Discord broke. Like, legitimately, Discord, like, disconnected Jenkins from my life for a good 30 seconds there.
I bet it was
Hey, you
amazing.
wee bastard. What you doing awake there? You're supposed to be dead.
Could you go ahead and roll as many wisdom saving throws as you can, Dunfrey? Oh, sorry. We'll go ahead and do intelligence this time. Roll for
Check.
perception.
Oh, by the
Yeah,
way,
yep.
Gareth, this is Nando sauce on my taquito.
Taquitos give me squirting diarrhea.
Everything gives you squirting diarrhea, dude.
Your existence is squirting diarrhea.
I know. I need to get it checked out.
What are you doing?
Sorry. He told me to. The DM told me to.
Can you go ahead and roll 600 perception checks, please?
No. Negative Ghost Rider.
That was about 40 of them. I need about 500, 520 of more.
When you scared Elgar away. Or Doc.
All right, who am I now?
What the heck?
I'm back to being Linnea.
I hope Gary's internet's okay.
I don't know.
I can just hear somebody smacking into the mic on the stream.
That's me.
I think that's you. I think you're really enjoying your diarrhea.
Your
juice
taquito.
Wait, taquito with Nando sauce all over it?
Yeah. Ooh, this Nando sauce is gonna feel good coming out the other end, bro.
Oh, no, it never does.
What's wrong with white people?
But it's worth it. Oh,
Nando
Linnea's
sauce.
back.
There she is.
We've just been waffling on. Is Captain Doc
Where's
back?
Gareth?
Was Jenkins not the slowest for once?
No, you were.
Wow. Where's Doc though?
Gareth says he needs to change the server.
Oh,
That was Mike's. So I technically wasn't last.
Okay, it's working now.
well, your camera's not on, so.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming.
Okay. Wow, your lighting is even better now. Did you change something? You're a little bit washed out earlier, but now it's like fantastic. You look great.
He
Oh.
always looks great, thank you. Come on now.
Safari Fred, she was quoting Moxie when she said that. But
I'm just being an asshole.
yeah,
Don't worry about it.
am I muted? I'm not muted.
No,
Who's
not
muted?
muted.
Who's
I
muted?
see no mutes.
What?
I see no mutes.
Oh, mine always has a mute icon on it, right there. But it's never. I'm never muted. I don't understand why it has that, and I can't get rid of it. Okay, getting back to the story. I forgot where we were.
We're traveling back to the capital.
Are you
because
teleporting?
We have to deposit people and talk to the college, and then we teleport to Lake Helm afterwards. I believe that was the plan.
Yep, sounds good.
We're taking Doc with us. So everybody meet at the port key, and we'll all go back to the capital. You ready, team?
Yes. Is the teleportation eventful?
What do you mean?
'Cause I'm ready to TP.
Okay. You hit B, and it just works. I'm just kidding. I imagine it like the
Roll for Constitution, Doc. See if you vomit your first teleport.
dang.
Can I roll
Like-
dexterity instead?
No. No, you're fine. See, you didn't vomit. Dinky just vomits all the time. It has nothing to do with the teleport.
Well, looks like my sea legs come in handy once in a while. Teleporting's no different to being on the boat.
You guys get back to the Slayer's Guild. Are you teleporting right into the Slayer's Guild or just outside?
Just inside. They should be used to it. But I mean, we're the ones who teleport in all the time. Teleport
True.
out. So
We should make a teleport room.
where are we gonna get the money for that, Mogamak? Do we make teleport room money?
I mean, we normally have it, but I keep spending it on my fancy gear, so I lower my chance of dying. But maybe maybe you can use Elgar's money for it.
Oh, by the way, when you teleport, Mogamak, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, thank God you took that feat for proficiency.
Hell yeah.
You definitely feel something. And your ship, I don't even know where that came from. Your sword, the edges of your green crystal, the emerald at the very top of it, are now red.
Does anyone else notice this?
The edges of my green crystal now red. Weren't they black before?
Yep.
Does anybody know anything about magic swords?
I can take a look at it.
So, the color's changing. That's about all I know.
Has you
Does it
noticed
feel
any
any
other?
different?
Have there been any other changes that you've noticed? Any discolorations? Anything where it just feels off?
Any numbness or soreness? No, nothing.
If I hold up the picture, on what scale 1 to 10, how awkward does it feel? 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest.
I mean, it feels about the same to me. I think.
Maybe-
Right? Devin?
Yeah, it feels fine.
From 10 to 9?
It feels fine.
Okay.
You don't feel any different. Other than when you teleport, you just feel a little awkward for a moment. And then you notice that the green color of the gem is almost being turned red somehow for some reason.
Maybe we should get this looked at before we go on our journey.
Yeah, I have to stop by the
You guys can
Mages
spare some
College
time.
anyways. So why don't we bring your sword and have it looked at?
Break my sword. You mean I'll just
Are
go
you-
with and it'll be there? Okay.
What color was it to begin with?
It used to be rainbow colored, but mostly green though.
Are you sure? Are you sure it was green before?
When we found it, yeah, it was green.
But
Why?
are you sure that the problem's not the sword, but in your head?
Are you thinking that he's turning colorblind, Doc? Is that your?
What, do
I
you
know
think
your
you're a
name is
doctor
Doc,
or
but you're not a
something?
doctor.
No, I'm just
High five,
saying.
yeah.
Your version of reality may not be the real one. You know.
Are you
Well,
high?
we put a fucking philosopher on our team. I would have
Yeah, what the
definitely
fuck?
not let him in if.
I've had a lot of time to think. I've had a lot of time to think out at sea. You
Too
know.
much, clearly. Oh my god.
Max is gonna be saying he's seeing mermaids.
Well,
Do
you
I,
haven't
uh,
seen a mermaid before?
I mean,
Do I
Linnea used to be a
perceive
mermaid.
of what? Do I understand what Doc is saying?
No.
Okay, then I say I.
He disagrees with him.
I think we go and we get it checked out at the college.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay. Who are you going to go visit?
Settle-
When we get to the college, we want to look for some kind of like magical artifacts or magical weapons or magical armory or something like that.
Defense against the dark arts.
Yeah, anybody that looks like Snape and or Hagrid.
Why would Hagrid be the one that you want to look for? He doesn't know shit about that.
He's the creature handler.
Yeah. Well, I guess Mogamhag's part dragon, so...
But he probably knows the guy that knows.
We used to have a guy who knew a guy. I miss that little shithead. Alright. Let's go to the college.
Okay, so you go to the college, and one of the lead artifact researchers there. Oh, by the way, did you guys execute the will? Or
We
if
did
any
get
of
something.
if any of you want anything that Elgar had, message me, and if not, the rest of it will be donated to the guild, and then the guild will sell it toward investing to making the guild better.
Oh, hell no.
Like a teleportation room.
We don't need a room for one thing that we do.
I mean, I'll take his potion of greater healing if that's cool with you guys.
No,
Did you already ask for that?
I asked for everything drinkable.
Oh, I didn't see. Let me see if there's a lot of charge. How many greater healing potions he actually had? He had one.
Okay.
He
I'll
has
just let
he
Dinky
has
have it
2 potions of fire breath as well.
Animal friendship, fire resistance, healing potion. There's also some hot sauce that I would like to drink.
No!
And honey.
I want that,
honey.
I want that
There's
honey.
honey.
No. No.
There's honey that I would like to drink. There's holy water that I would like to drink. There's hand lotion that I would like to drink.
Oh no.
Elgar leave
don't
bottom
want any of
memorial teleportation room.
I'll take the Horn of Silent Alarm and I'll give it to Doc. For stock to keep it.
Yeah, I just want the
This is
crystal ball
part of
mind
your
reading.
standard equipment.
This is a standard Slayers Guild tech.
Standard issue.
Yep.
We all have one, but this one is yours. Oh, yeah, I want the crystal ball of mind reading, and I want the seed finder thing, which he had not put in his inventory, but I know he has.
I think you have to attune to the crystal ball. I'm pretty sure.
That's fine. I'll take the time.
What are you
Do I have the
unattuning
slots though at
from?
this point?
What
Yeah,
do
that's
you-
the question.
So you figure that out.
I'm just gonna hold on to it for now. I'm not gonna attune to it. Is that fine?
Okay, that's fine. You just won't be able to use it willy-nilly until you decide to attune to it. Okay, you guys get... Is anyone else joining them at the library, university area?
Is Doc coming? Is Dunfrey coming?
I want to tag along with Dunfrey wherever she goes. Her actions at the wake piqued my interest.
Ooh.
Everybody wants a piece of Dunfrey. My goodness. Yow.
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing yet. I don't even know where we are.
Captain,
We're back in the capital.
Captain, what are you doing? Are you going with them?
I'm following Dunfrey. Wherever Dunfrey goes, I'm going.
What are the options?
To the library. Or somewhere else.
Oh, jeez. Where are we going on the next on the quest? Are we? Can we decide that as a? Did we decide that as a group? Did we talk about it?
We're gonna go to
was it?
Lakehelm once we've filled in everything at the college.
We're gonna go to Lake Helm. Why are we going to Lake Helm?
Because
Drink.
there's a top-notch tavern there, and we're also, gonna do some quest stuff while we're there too.
What quest are we doing there?
We're
Vampire
meeting up
drink.
with my brother who doesn't know he's my brother, and getting more of his research so we can try to get rid of the mold that's growing over in Farholm and all
Okay.
that. Relevant to Dinky's interests.
Some more mushroom things. Let's see. What would Dinky do? Probably go to a pub, honestly.
Wow.
Didn't see that one coming.
Role playing your character.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a lot of depth
Thinking.
here, guys.
Dunfrey.
I
Dunfrey. I know a really good pub down by docks. Do you wanna?
Pub? Dock pub?
You wanna slide off and have a couple of drinks? These two look
Aye.
like they've got important stuff to do.
Aye.
Buck Lady and the Sword Man.
And I say to him, a nod's as good as a wink to a blind horse.
We say a blind bat where we're from.
I northern mine towns.
I feel like a Scotsman and an Englishman probably don't get along, but this is entertaining.
Well, first of all, one is a Lutrin and one is a dwarf, so they're not a part of our universe at all.
And then I say, you're all booming parsley, mate. And then we go.
You owe me a couple of games. You do.
I will play some drinky.
We play we play drinky at the wake. We're gonna play some knifey handy.
Aye, knife handy.
We need like our own like side shows where it's like drinky with Dinky Binky and Mocha Max Will It Chop and like all of these things.
And then Alphacus's show is just MXC with him shooting chaos bolts at people as they're running around.
Could see that.
I think it'd be super fun to do a sideshow where we do all sorts of interesting stuff in character. I'll play Ricky.
When's our beach episode though, Devin? When's our anime beach episode?
After you defeat the black mold, I will have an anime beach episode.
All right, because Mocha will chop the watermelon.
The watermelon and the beach ball, and everyone will be upset about it.
The massive beach ball. Remember, it's
Yeah,
like
the
6 feet in diameter. Okay, so you guys get to the university. We're just gonna go ahead. We'll do Dunfrey and Captain Doc at some point. I don't know if it's that high priority right now, but you guys get to the university, and one of the leading artifact experts is there. What exactly are you? So, what are you doing first? What is your first question?
When we're talking to the artifact guy?
Yes.
Is that what you're saying? Hello, sir. I don't know if you could help me, but I'm a traveler. I'm currently with the Slayer's Guild trying to deal with the black mold situation, and I have this powerful sword that I found out in the wild, and it's been going through some visual changes, and I was wondering if you guys could investigate it and see if you could tell me anything about it.
Well, it's very interesting. Let me take a look for a moment. And he's sort of, it's like this little tiny gnome, and he's like walking over to you. He's like, may I handle it for a moment, please?
I don't know if you can. Can you handle it?
I don't know either, but we're about to find out.
Okay. And I'm
You
gonna
sort of hit
gently put it in his hands, and I'm gonna give him I'm supporting it. I'm like spotting for him. I'm giving him half weight. Can you handle this? It's still heavier.
No, I can't. I will definitely hurt myself if you let that go. So, if you don't mind just holding it for a moment so that I can inspect it in its sort of natural habitat, there's definitely something wrong, because that is an emerald the size of my hand. That emerald is enormous. But
and it's changing colors.
It does appear to be changing colors. Let me get something. And he sort of walks into the back, and he grabs this sort of microscope, but it's in like a helmet form. He puts it on, and he starts looking at it. He's like adjusting little dials and knobs and things all over the head gear. He's looking at it. It appears that the emerald is being infected with blood of some sort. It appears to be swirling around the inside of the edge of the emerald. And it also does appear that the mithril edge that is combining with the emerald is mounted into is actually melding metal with stone that are becoming one entity in and of themselves. And it appears that the mithril itself is bleeding into the emerald, and it's not a very good thing. I believe that there's a curse developing on this weapon. It actually doesn't seem to be overwhelming at the moment, but you need to be very careful what you do further with this weapon. I don't know if it's gaining sentience. I mean, there's plenty, like even in this book, and he pulls out this huge book. It's probably a foot deep in pages. He's like, oh, so these are all the documented curse weapons that have ever existed, and it's very interesting. For example, this one, you cannot take it anywhere, because you can't take it off. You literally, it molds with your hand, and then you have like an arm blade, and you stab people, but it ends up taking your soul and things like that. Just be aware that your weapon is becoming cursed, and you just have to be aware that it appears that the way in which you're killing people is developing into a curse of some sort.
Should he even be using that sword then?
I don't know.
Do I need to like give him a compliment first, or
Like,
like well met and then kill them?
that's the thing about curses, is they are random. And it could be an entity from another plane trying to enter this realm. It could be the fact that the sword itself is gaining sentience. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know how to explain it.
How does this happen? Isn't this just like a piece of metal with some magic infused in it? How can this?
It's got
happen?
magic in it. If it's got magic in
The
it,
the nature of magical things is that some of them are made in good sort of essence, and some of them are made in bad essence. And if it's neutral enough essence, that it can be swayed in a specific way. So, for example, if let's say you have a normal civilian who is sort of neutral, correct? Someone gives him a shitload of money and then he becomes evil. It's sort of that way, except in the fact that weapons are designed to kill. Maybe it has begun to absorb some of their essence, as if you're only killing evil people, then it sort of absorbs that essence. Or it could be that they had some sort of infection.
Don't start killing good people, Mokamak. I can
just
see
start
those
killing
wheels
good
fucking
people.
turning in your head. Don't you fucking do it.
So, at this point, I would say the onset of this weapon becoming cursed is sort of a precursor to inevitably. There are very few documented cases where the cursed weapon leaves the user alive. Just be aware.
All right. I'll have to keep this in mind, but we have more important things to do right now.
Is there a way to remove the curse?
I mean powerful enough magic, but if you're going to remove the curse, you might be removing the enchantment altogether, and therefore making the weapon inert in that way. Or it could be possibly that the entity that is developing in this could be powerful enough to just ignore that altogether. I don't know. There are some artifact weapons that have been cursed for millennia, and they've tried to dispel it, but it doesn't work. Just not at all. It just doesn't work, because they're so powerful.
You lost 2 friends. If you end up going down to the sword, I'm going to be very upset. I think we should have someone look at this at some point. Just not here. Maybe find someone who deals with religion.
Wait,
Purify it.
are you infected with some sort of dragon essence of some sort? Can I... do you mind if I inspect
yeah.
you for a moment?
Okay. I don't know if you can handle me though, just like the sword.
Oh. Challenge accepted.
Okay.
And he looks
Don't
at
be
you,
weird.
takes a look at your hand, and he's like, "Oh, this is what? This is interesting." So it appears that you have combined yourself with a black dragon of sorts. When did this happen exactly?
About
like
36
a couple months
episodes ago.
Like a month or 2 ago.
That was fast. So, at one point, because you're clearly not a black dragon, because a black dragon would have probably killed me for saying something that I said earlier or something, who knows. But, did you repress or attempt to remove the black dragon essence from you? Or did someone help you? I don't understand how this works.
I don't quite get it either. I just know that I had a choice whether to fully embrace being evil, and naturally I said no.
Oh, okay. So, actually, I am curious to know how would, young lady, were you there when this essence sort of inserted itself?
I was there, yes. He had run into some issues and he needed healing. There was some sort of viscous material that also had something dragon suspended in it, and it healed him, but it looks like some of his DNA got melded with whatever was in that solution as well.
Interesting. You're a scientist and a scholar, apparently. I appreciate you. Thank you, by the way, for explaining it in a way that I can understand. So, I don't know, but I have a feeling that the curse of the sword may be a sort of tertiary effect from being infected. I don't know if it'd be considered infection, because it's clearly benefited you more than it has made you worse, if you get what I mean. It's more beneficial. So,
So it's a feature, not a bug.
Yes, I would picture that, but I would say that inconsequential, it's very consequential, but the idea that you have maybe suppressed the black dragon essence of your personality may be infecting the sword. Just if you don't mind, do you mind if I take notes about this? And he pulls out a very large clipboard with a bunch of paper on it, and he's like filling out a little sheet that he has, and he says, "Have you named the sword?"
Yes.
What's its name?
Willbreaker.
Willbreaker. What a fantastic name! Oh, for a beautiful sword. So, it's so good. Right, Willbreaker. How long ago did you acquire this sword?
A month ago.
A month ago. So, about the same time you became a dragon, or was it before, after? Like, what happened first?
I got infected. I found the sword, and then I became a dragon.
Oh, so you were in the eclipse phase. During the sword acquisition. So, this curse could have started earlier than expected. So, according to the timeline, it means that essentially, you started becoming a dragon. You found the sword, and then, you found the sword. You became a dragon. You resisted the will of the black dragon. It could be infecting the sword. I'm just speaking out loud and taking notes so the next time I see you that we can solve this issue. Because I don't know. Yeah, if you see what I mean. Well, right. I have my notes. What is your name, sir, by the way? I don't believe I asked.
Mogamak.
Mogamak and Willbreaker. Duly noted. Thank you, sir. Are there any other questions that you have about magical artifacts or any sort of equipment that you may be holding? Just...
I don't think so.
No, we just need to reconnect with some of the other scholars that we've been talking with originally.
Oh, interesting. Is there any one of my colleagues that I should know about? Maybe assist them in some research? Because I have found myself drifting off into darker places as of late. The news of the black mold and the world ending is not exactly healthy for one's mind, if you get what I mean. That's all. Just curious.
Yes, well, we've been discussing and we found another scholar, actually, and he's discovered that there's something growing in the sky that's slowly starting to block out the sun. And we figure that this is pretty important information that we need to share, and also that it seems he's created some sort of magic that'll be able to create vast amounts of holy rainwater that could be able to clear out things, but we need to work on a sentinel or whatnot before we can reach that point.
Oh my god. That's a lot of information all at once. I don't know how to feel. So, have you been taking notes by chance?
Yes, of course.
Fantastic. So, if you don't mind, may I copy your notes? Is there, or have one of my scribes do it for me?
That's about all
Or-
there was to say from the beginning, but sure.
Right. Okay, absolutely. And are you just gonna hand him like your fucking stack of notes that you've been taking forever, or what's your plan?
Yes, except I removed the top one, which is just a smiley face drawn by Hanabi Mace.
Oh,
That's in there.
oh,
embarrassing.
oh! You're a fan of Hanabi Maze as well. He's like the
No,
man, the man.
No.
What's
I
wrong?
just take it. I just rip it apart into little tiny pieces.
Oh,
Don't know how they got in there. I actually literally have no idea because none of my items that I had before should even be there. It just showed up one day.
well, interesting. I've had one encounter with him, and he was amazing. He's quite a sexual god, you might say. He's an alpha male, as they say. So,
I don't want to hear this now.
Wow.
so,
Did you just tear up Elgar's signed picture and autograph?
She did.
By the way, it fell out of his bag into your bag, and you just shredded it.
Yeah.
So he's going to copy your notes and then get it back to you whenever you leave. He's actually super fast at doing it because he's obviously an expert researcher. And you guys are going to see the other guy that made the seed finder.
Yes. And just fill them in on the same thing.
By the way, who has the seed finder?
I do now.
Okay, just make a note of it
I did.
somewhere. Okay.
I did.
You guys get to the researcher, and he's sort of sitting there, looking over his notes, reading, and he has like one of the last seeds that he has in the little containers floating in the center. What are you doing?
I'm just gonna fill him in on everything that we just told the other researcher.
Okay. Well, I'm sort of at a loss because I don't know how that would work, but I might be able to find a teleportation master of some sort. Well, I don't know. I don't really know what to say. I know a few people
We just
that
wanted to keep you in the loop about it. We're gonna go experience more and try to find out more information. But I figured it would be best if we told the mages what's happening, and any support that you can give us would be vastly appreciated.
Well, I could look into finding someone that can teleport someone that far. I might. There's plenty of people that could do it. We just have to find out where they are and if they're still alive. That's the key.
Well, I'll
So-
trust your network of people to see if you can find it, because I figure you're
Oh,
the best chance
absolute-
we have.
Well, I appreciate that. I'm a resource, and I'm here to be utilized. So, do you need anything else while you're here?
That's about it right now. Can you think of anything, Mogamak?
Do you have an emotional support animal?
Excuse me?
That's a no. All right, we're good to go.
What does that mean? I don't understand.
We've had a rough week.
Now we have had a rough couple weeks.
You know
Well,
what emotions are, scientist?
I do, but they don't make sense to me.
I understand.
I am not a therapist. That is a whole different field that I am not interested in at all.
Okay, we're leaving now. Goodbye.
Goodbye. And with
Hello.
that, we're going to shift over to the other side of the city with Dunfrey and Captain Doc. What are you doing?
I'm leading Dunfrey down to the docks to my favorite bar, or a pub.
Pub. Ferret pub.
We've gone down to docks to go drink at a pub.
Gone down to Docks to drink pub.
We enter. What does it look like?
What's the name of the pub?
Mysterious Oyster.
Dunfrey, we're going down to Mysterious Oyster. You want a couple of drinks?
Aye.
Right, off
We
go
enter.
then.
Trust everything that you could buy in that store.
Give Careful,
look at
Dinky
both.
has too many drinks. You're gonna see her mysterious oyster.
Oh my god!
I'm sorry, I couldn't help it.
Wow. Wow.
That. Wow, that was not at all
You
what
set
I
me up
expected.
for it. You
Good thing it's
set
not
me up
stinky
for
oyster.
I think those go hand in hand. Those descriptions.
It shouldn't. There's something wrong with it if it is. I'm sorry. Continue.
Wow, that was so good. I hate it. So you guys enter.
I want to subtly sneak to the bar
Subtly.
without.
Is
without
there
Dunphy
another
noticing-
form? Is there another form of sneaking
well,
that's not subtle?
So, okay,
That I'm
so
unaware of?
My intention of wording it like that was I want to sneak without Dunphy realizing I'm sneaking.
Well, I
it's
will
not,
make
it's
it
not
very-
that hard. I mean, just
I'll make it very easy for you to sneak. I walk into the bar and I begin chanting, "Drink, drink, 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 drink," and then I shout, "All right, the drinks!"
Dunphy. Who's in the pub right now? How many tables? Is there a table in like a dark corner I can go sit at? Is there anyone of interest in the pub?
Not really. This pub is very lively. There's a bunch of old sailors. Speaking of which, I need you to roll a deception check, please. Send it
Whoa.
to me. Private GM, please. Thank you.
Private GM.
You can change your name now. Your dash name.
No, if you hit F5, I already did it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice.
You just refresh your browser, and I already changed the name.
But then I
Wait.
lost Force Day briefly.
You can't live without Forest Day.
I can't. I hit refresh and I can't log in.
What do you
No,
mean?
Started Force Day over for me.
I
Just-
can't select Captain Doc.
Just hit refresh again,
I
and
can
it will
now.
be there.
Yeah, I got it.
All right.
I got it.
So, with that roll, you guys enter, and you get the strangest look from a very notable character that I don't think anyone else is going to remember, but he's one of my favorite characters ever made. Aye. Is that you? And you immediately recognize the voice. You don't even see him yet, but you know exactly who it is.
What's his name?
Salt Eye.
I'm going to dash over to where the voice came from and put my hand towards his upper arm and just hold it tightly and say, "Don't. It's not the place."
What do you mean? What does that mean exactly, Captain?
Captain Doc. That's right.
Sure. Whatever you believe.
Merchant Navy.
Sure.
Do you want a drink then, Saltai?
I would love one, Captain.
I've got my friend here.
Oh,
Done
you
for the
have
dwarf.
you have a friend. Oh,
And you look, and,
how
and you look
fucking
over.
that's some
you-
straight juice, isn't
When
it?
when you look over, Dinky's chanting with just a crowd of people, and you just hear in the corner, "Drink, drink, drink." Everybody's chanting, but off in the distance.
She drank me under table, she did.
That's not that hard, you fucking otter.
Well, at least somebody can get me me race, right?
The last
She was
time
thinking
I
was a
saw
ferret.
the last time I saw you, you were sailing away while I was floating on a plank in the middle of the ocean.
You got to leave the chum behind sometimes.
Oh, chummy we now. So,
When sharks in water, you got to get sailing.
does she know about you? Does that wee lass
No.
over there know about you?
Nobody on land does.
Well, why is that?
I'm trying to find my way.
You are finding your way right to the bottom of the ocean. I think you and I need to have a chat with your friend. And he starts to walk away, toward Dunfrey.
Don't you fucking move. Stand still where you are.
Or what? Or what, Captain? What the fuck are you gonna do about it? Because if you look around...
I'm gonna rip your only good eye straight out of your skull.
Oh, you want to play that fucking game, do ya?
It's not a game when I start playing properly, lad.
Right. So that's where it's at now. Here's the deal.
Are you going to sit down?
I can sit down. Shit! Oh my god!
Sit down.
All right. Calm down, Captain. What's it now, Captain Doc? Is what you said.
Captain Doc.
Right. How about we sit down and have a drink?
That's a good idea.
Let's see. He looks.
She shouts directly in the captain's ear from
He looks-
right behind him.
He looks at you, Captain Doc. He looks at you with his good eye because one of his eyes actually looks like it's been replaced by a barnacle. He looks at you and he says, "Well, here's the deal. I'll not let them know. And you surprise me. What have you got?" Because if you look around, and he like points at all the boys, they're all staring at you. There's a
You're so
lot.
pretty.
There's a lot of boys here.
What do you mean, surprise you?
What have you got for me?
What you after?
Something worth my time.
You want a Satsuma?
Oh, fuck off with your Satsuma. Fuck you. No, I don't want a Satsuma. I've never wanted a Satsuma. Stop asking me if I want a Satsuma. Not all of us.
You look scurvy as fuck. You need as many Satsumas as you can.
I look scurvy as fuck. You are literally a sea creature. Literally. I don't want a Satsuma. Stop asking me if I want a Satsuma.
I was only offering a Satsuma.
I know you're offering me a Satsuma. Stop offering me a Satsuma.
Alright, Satsuma's off table.
Stop saying Satsuma!
What,
Big fruit fascination with this party. I'm just saying.
what do you want then? I've not got it on me.
Why not? Oh, how about your little guy there?
Here, listen. No, don't get her involved.
What?
I've
This
got
guy?
one-
No,
I've
your
got
little
one
guy. Your little chest boy.
No, you're not having him.
Why not?
Keep your hands off deck. Leave him alone.
What do you mean?
You can have... Right. If you calm down and shut up... You know the redstone?
I do.
That ruby I always carried.
Yeah. Where's it?
You can split...
You fucking
can
tell
split
me
it.
where that shit is, and I will...
You can split it with the lads.
Right?
If you make sure nobody else in this city figures out who I am.
That's not my problem when you're the one walking around all willy-nilly. I can only propagate so far, if you get what I mean.
Oh, I don't mean everybody. I just mean the lads, you know.
Oh, the wee lass. Right. No issue there. No issue there. You fucking tell me where the fuck that ruby is. Right now. And I'll literally get out of your hair.
To him. Take the ruby.
Fuck off. Right. It's good doing business with you. We're out, boys! And he stands up. And he just begins to walk away. And you notice that he has changed a bit. He actually has a cane now. He walks with a cane.
Goodbye, Saltoy.
Goodbye, Captain Doc. Have a wonderful day. Aye. And we
Well,
lass.
now you're gone.
And we lass.
Aye.
Captain Doc is a good man. You can trust him.
Good badger. Good badger. Drink, mink.
And don't eat his Satsuma. Don't do it. All right?
What's your obsession with Satsumas? Now you're bringing them up.
Well, you're the one who always has Satsumas for some reason. Satsumas don't even grow in this region, and for some reason you have them.
I've got my sources.
Sure. I don't fucking trust it, but right.
Well, you know what they say about Singside on Sea.
Oh, fuck that place. She sells, Sing sells, she sells, she sells. At Singside on Sea. Fuck
You
off.
can't even say it.
No,
you
I
filthy
can't,
fuck.
because I'm not...
She sells seashells on Singside on Sea. They sell Satsumas at Singside on Sea as well as she's selling she sells at Singside on Sea. You don't even know.
I don't, and I don't want to. All right. Goodbye, Captain Doc. And he sort of walks out of the bar. And the whole conversation lasts for about 15 minutes between all the bickering and things like that. This is around the same time that Mogamak and Linnea would be finished with their conversation with everyone. What are Mogamak and Linnea doing right now?
Probably headed to see if we can find where the rest of our party is. But
Yeah, we'd
there's
head back to Slayer's Guild first, and if they're not there, then... Oh, we heard him talking about the docks, I think.
Oh, yeah,
Really.
you did.
we should just go directly there, you think?
We don't necessarily have to. Like, we could potentially just hang out and wait for them to come back. But, because we're probably planning to depart the day after or something like that. So, we could just hang out at the Slayer's Guild.
All right. Want to go to a pet store?
No, I've been to 18 pet stores in the last 24 hours, thanks to you.
Fine.
So you guys are going back to the Slayers Guild?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dunfrey and Captain Doc, are you guys going to sit and drinking for the rest of the night, or what's your plan?
Yes.
Say the word, Dunfrey.
It's knifey handy time. Knifey handy! Oh, that's British.
Right, Dunfrey, let's play some knifey handy. You go first.
Yet a long time deed. I pull out a tankard because I don't have a knife, and I begin slamming my hand with it. What do I roll?
Dexterity saving throw, please. You can do it privately if you would like.
I don't need to go private.
Okay, so both of you are... well, here's how I picture Knifey Handy. I picture Knifey Handy as, you know, the knife game where you're stabbing in between your fingers, except you're doing it with someone else's hand. One person is stabbing and the other person is the hand.
So he's slamming my hand with a tankard, and I'm deftly stabbing with a dagger.
Don't you have webbed hands?
A little bit.
You're an otter.
That's why
I'm-
knifey
I'm-
handy is such a fun.
Why
and
would you
exciting
play
game.
this
I don't
game?
think
I'm
your
very
fingers are very
dexterous.
long either, so there's not a lot of space.
Dunfrey's very dexterous, specifically with tankards. So I'm like slamming the tankard so hard, just on the corner of it, that it would actually cause his hand to be cut, just like with the knife, because it's just the sheer blunt force, and the whole table is shaking.
Terrible.
But I'm not hitting him because I rolled a good.
She rolled a
I don't understand.
That's amazing.
Okay.
Genuine. 19? What's your freaking dexterity modifier?
+4.
Good lord.
Not that good.
Okay. Round
God,
two.
otter hands are so cute.
Just roll it.
Not for long.
Roll it publicly, I guess.
Let's go then. Dunfrey. Let's
Holy crap,
Holy
dude!
shit! Let's have a bit of knifey handy.
You're
Stop rolling
both.
privately.
It was a. I can reveal it.
Okay.
Oh, whoops! I forgot.
Jeez.
So Captain Doc rolled a 16, then a 19, then a 20 and 21. Okay, round three.
Oh dear, my hand slipped into the webs. It goes. Is the roll me stabbing or
It's
the
you
hand
stabbing.
that's being stabbed? So that means I stab him.
Yeah, you stab her in the
Her.
hand.
I begin bleeding.
Okay.
Oh,
I would like to-
oh no, I've hurt you. It's all right. It's all right. Don't worry. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Please don't cry.
Aye, only the beast for a captain such as yourself, I say. And then I squeeze my blood into his tankard and then into my tankard.
And now you have HIV.
And then
Do you want AIDS? Because that's how you get AIDS.
I pat him on the shoulder and I say, keep your fucking heat on, mate. It's just a cut.
Is this some initiation ritual or what?
I drink up.
Drink is drink.
Do you know how many diseases she has? Oh my god!
I drink the.
I get whatever
blood in it.
Whatever the female version of erect is. The moment he says drink is drink, I get extremely erect.
You could say
Sploosh.
erect as well.
Sploosh. As they say on Archer.
Sure. Whatever it is.
Moist.
Oh, not that word.
Nice.
Please, just not any word but that word. Any word but
WAP
that
is
word.
definitely correct. War Yoshi has it correct. That's correct. That's the best way to describe it.
Dinky Wop. This is awful. This is an awful conversation I want to get away from right now. Look how red I am. Look how red I am. I'm red now. I'm uncomfortable.
It's gonna be a great Dinky Binky Otter sex scene.
Oh, no.
Oh no!
You're gonna have to describe that vividly.
You two are not allowed to be lovers again. I refuse. I refuse to let that happen.
You can't stop true love, Devin. It's
Yes, I can.
gonna happen.
I
It's
am
gonna
the
happen.
I'm the game master.
Dunfrey, you've got something in your eye. Here, let me get it out.
Stop.
Oh no!
And then when you go to grab the thing
we
from my eye,
drink late into the night.
you notice that my eyes actually have individual beards growing under the eyeball as well. And they're like shaved and braided in the exact
He
same
doesn't
way that my
have.
actual
She doesn't
beard
have
is.
eyelashes. She has beards growing off of her eyelids.
Yes. Yes. Can
I-
you go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw there, Gareth?
I am so uncomfortable right now, dude.
Why am I rolling this, Jenkins?
For the
For the blood drink?
yes.
Okay. What STDs do I suddenly have?
No, you don't-
All
no,
of them.
he was cured from. They were cured of them. Remember?
I don't have any diseases. It's
Think
pure
about
blood.
how many times he's been licking things off the floor. He's got to have a couple diseases at the very
Yeah,
minimum.
but
He
I've
just has a very strong immune system.
I've Constitution saved. In fact, my blood is probably going to increase your immune system. Probably very
I
well.
just-
I would
just-
still
so
go
you-
see a cleric at some point.
No, he's
So
like
I just got vaccinated against like 1,000 diseases.
yes.
no, he's like Mr. Burns in The Simpsons, where all of the diseases are trying to
Yeah.
get at him at once, and they're just jammed in the door to where they can't actually affect him.
I've got the Dunfrey antibodies.
Powerful stuff.
I hate
Powerful
every
stuff.
second of this interaction. I don't
Dunfrey,
like
you
it.
want do you want another drink?
Aye. Drinky.
I think we should head back. Have a nightcap back at Slayers Guild.
Aye.
You guys make it back to the Slayers Guild, where Mogamak and Linnea are probably... I don't know, what are you doing? I need anything but what just happened to be...
Calmly knitting.
Wait, you're knitting?
Devon needs...
Of course.
When did Mogamak start knitting?
He's knitting chainmail.
I was just trying to think of something really wholesome that didn't involve Dunfrey being anywhere near a dick.
Otter dick. Be very specific.
Okay, so if Mogamak actually is learning to knit, that would be very interesting to me personally. And I think that should be canon now, if that's cool with you, because he has to deal with his
Alright,
trauma and his confusion somehow. So he's like, let me channel it into becoming a crafter.
That's
Wanna knit
the next
something
room that
and-
we have to add is a craft room for Mogamak.
It's also
Knit a
the
square, and
teleporter.
I'm just gonna cut it in half afterwards.
Just chop.
Make rectangles.
I imagine that Elise had something to do with that, with like the whole like, oh, this is sort of calming, just doing nothing, that you just don't have to think about whatever's happening right now, so you just start knitting. What are you doing, Jenkins? They're done for you. What
I'd
are you
like to
doing?
point out that a square is a rectangle. So you had already made a rectangle.
I don't know about that one.
Is it?
Hold up.
Mhm.
I'm about to Google it.
Just taking a rectangle and making 2 rectangles.
Oh, a square is also a rectangle.
But is it a parallelogram?
No.
Is it a rhomboid?
No.
Is it a dodecahedron?
No, that's definitely not true.
Is it a tesseract?
All right, let's move on.
Is it
So
a Buckminster Fullerene?
stop.
I'm gonna be reading Greg a bedtime story.
Is it a trapezoid?
So Dunfree and Captain Doc come stumbling in to the Slayers Guild. What are you doing? What does Mogomac have to say about that?
I'm sorry, Dunfree and Doc coming back. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, I see you guys were getting prepared for the big trip tomorrow.
And I go up to Mogomac, making sure that Doc is not within earshot, and I say, "He's a good wee weasel."
Hey, Dunfrey, do you want a
say we just
Satsuma?
Aye, Satsuma drink! I begin
throw a
brewing,
Satsuma at Dunfrey.
I grab the Satsuma and I begin brewing a drink with the Satsuma.
I hear all the yelling and I go downstairs. What's happening? Why are you guys so loud?
They just got back from a pub, of course, so that's why they're loud.
Extra loud. I look over at Doc and I'm like, you don't look so well. Did she make
Just a
you
bit.
drink something?
Well, a bit of this, bit of that. She put some of her blood in my beer. Hey, it was-
Oh
it was normal.
no.
What do you mean no?
No, don't ever accept any bodily fluids from that woman. She's a good friend,
Yes.
but
Tasted okay?
Don't you think that's a little hypocritical to say, Linnea?
hey, I use it for science. Okay, I'm not imbibing it. You might want to get tested, friend. She's a very adventurous lady.
So was I in my youth, you know. I've had everything under the sun. Don't think I could get it again.
She's got the stomach of a dog.
My kind of man.
Let's say I didn't need to know that, Doc, but okay. Can I take a sample of your blood then?
No, definitely not.
We'll see.
So where do
So,
I sleep?
You can take Elgar's bed, I guess.
Dead man's bed, dead man's boots. Not a fan of that.
You can sleep
don't
on the
even
floor
wear
with
shoes.
Dinky if you want.
You don't have to wear his boots.
Don't wear his boots.
Uh,
That's so weird.
I don't wear shoes. Not me.
Exactly. Just sleep in
And
his
I'm
bed.
not
What's the
sleeping
big
with-
deal?
I'm not
You
sleeping
die
with
there.
Dunfrey.
Again, or
I mean, you said that you had
Ever.
everything under the sun. It'd be fine.
Yeah, but I bet she snores. I need a good
Yeah.
night's rest, I do.
She does. It's like a jet engine.
Doc.
She looks
Well,
like a snorer.
what about a hammock or something? Can we put up a hammock for you? I assume you're used to that being on a ship all the time.
I was a captain, not a cabin boy. I had a bed.
If you say
Oh.
as soon as you say hammock, Deck just goes and like the whole hammock literally explodes out of Deck.
Something wrong with your pet?
No, he's just a little bit wonky when it comes to learning new voices. He thought I was asking for an hammock.
Another hammock.
You see what
Why
I
don't you
mean?
just go sleep in Ricky's bed?
How many hammocks
guys
do you
are such
have
good
in that thing?
mates.
A third hammock.
How many do you need?
And I say, hammock, 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 hammock.
He literally vomits out an entire boat worth of hammocks.
And then
Alright,
I
it's
say,
time.
rum,
No
rum.
more. No more. Deck needs to have a rest now. He can only do a couple of those.
Does it feel things? Like, is it sentient or is it just?
Oh, it understands
Automation.
commands. It understands. I wouldn't
But
say.
does it have a
love.
soul?
I don't know what your definition of soul is, but it has an attachment. I think it has emotions.
I
It's
go
got
and I give it a
loyalty.
little
It's
scritch on the head.
definitely got loyalty.
As you look at this like sort of chest familiar thing, you realize that its feet are some of the most intricately. They look like they're carved out of wood, but they look real. They look 100% like real human feet.
That's
Like-
disturbing.
Like you could tell the difference. Like the toenail is a different type of wood. Every toe is actually individual. It's not like one piece of wood. It's very strange looking. But
What's the total size of it?
uh,
If you could.
it's like a
Pick a
foot.
Mogomac.
I should-
Know your
I shouldn't
enemy.
Be asking you this, Elgar. I mean,
Elgar.
Doc,
Excuse me.
you're gonna say like 6 feet in diameter or something, and I was gonna be.
No, it's like 1 meter on its face, like half a meter, like width, and like half a meter tall.
It's fucking huge.
Yeah. That's not that huge.
3 feet wide. That's like this. That's like fucking.
It's,
That's half
it's, a,
of my
tre- it's a
height.
treasure. It's a treasure chest.
That's like. It's like an actual fucking treasure chest, basically,
Yeah, it's a treasure
With
chest
feet.
with
with legs,
feet.
and it just follows you everywhere.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
Chester from Don't Starve.
It's not Chester. It's Deck.
This thing's fucking huge. Okay.
Oh, it was
have to
made
keep
from an
that.
old ship.
Can you have it just vomit out of bed for you?
But where would I put the bed? Here in the
I
middle.
don't know.
Middle of main room. I'll go
Well,
sleep
I-
in Ricky's room. I think Morgamac's right. I should go sleep in Ricky's room.
I just get
until-
really like pissed off hearing his name.
Mogomac, yeah.
Go sleep in Ricky's room. Whatever.
I won't touch his things. I won't. Oh, no.
Well, I don't
Honestly,
care if
you
he
could-
touches things.
You could steal his shit. We don't
Yeah.
really care.
Room's
Oh,
down
good
the hall.
evening. Good evening, Lady Linnea, Morgamac, sir, and Dunfrey. Have a good night. I'm off to bed.
Book lady.
No, it's not Book Lady anymore. She told me her name.
Gonna
Okay,
turn to
good night.
Mogobat and just be like, something's still not right about him. I don't trust anyone that knows Ricky. I don't think we're ever gonna get face value from any of his friends.
Do you trust Egg? Does Egg know Ricky?
Egg very
don't
much does know Ricky.
Yeah, do you like Egg?
I do like Egg, but I don't think Egg trusts Ricky either. I think he knows him. I think he likes him, but I don't think he trusts him.
We know Ricky too, actually.
We do, yes, and I don't like him or trust him.
Okay.
He has a book
Well-
crater in the side of his face because I do not like him or trust him.
Okay.
So
Well,
just watch out for that one.
All right. We'll put him on the front lines, I guess.
What do you think, Dinky? You spent some time with him.
Drink, and I fall on my back and pass out on the floor. Start snoring profusely.
Good conversation, Dinky.
She's really helpful. Glad she's here. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go tuck in, and we'll get headed out in the morning. Good night.
Good night.
Okay. You rest for the evening. You wake up the next morning. Breakfast is being served. But it is make a perception check as you come downstairs. Doc wouldn't know who these people are, so don't worry about it. Mogomac, you recognize that it's the lady from the Iron Nail, the Crown Lady.
In the Slayers Guild.
Yep, making breakfast for you guys.
What are you doing here?
Oh, I've volunteered to work. Where's Elgar?
6 feet underground in the undergrowth.
What a fucking way to tell her that, Jesus, dude.
What do you mean? What does that mean? I don't know what you mean. What do you mean?
We went on a mission, and he didn't make it. So we just got back from the funeral yesterday.
She just sort of looks at you. And then she looks at the floor.
And I'm gonna break this awkwardness. Dinky is single. If if you're into girls, or
Dinky wakes up. Smells profusely like vomit.
She's saying the bartender just sort of walks out. She basically puts down the food that she had made for you guys and then walks out. Straight out the door.
I'm gonna like stick my head out. Aren't you gonna do the dishes?
We can't have Mogomac do PR for the guild. We're just gonna make way too many enemies. We can't.
I'm just gonna shrug and go sit down and start eating. Oh, it's really good.
Gonna come downstairs with Greg for breakfast. Be like, who did the cooking? Mogomac, did you make this? I know Dinky didn't.
Well,
Dinky, you smell like shit. You need to take a bath.
the hose.
Hose!
All right, I'm gonna put a piece of bacon in my mouth and I'm gonna get up and get the hose ready. All right,
know how-
Dinky, come here, girl.
I don't know how you're able to eat that while smelling this. Oh, but who made this?
Spraying her down.
Who made the breakfast?
It's that woman that we saw in the bar that gave us all the alcohol. She came.
Why would
over
she make us
to,
breakfast?
She wanted to make Elgar breakfast. So, yeah. Free breakfast.
So what did you tell her?
I told her that Elgar passed away.
How
I
did
was
she
very
take
gentle.
that?
She was pretty sad. So then she just kind of left. And,
Every single sentence, every single phrase that you say should be a snide comment. Every single one of those things that you just... That should be like a +5. Oh my god. The
I'll
most...
just take my inspiration then.
God damn. Antipathy is the description of Mogomac.
Oh.
So yeah, eat up. Let's
Apathy.
get going.
Apathetic.
Oh, and then I throw a fucking towel on Dinky like a fucking animal, without like saying anything.
She's just wet and naked, and you're like, it was like, here's your towel.
Where's Doc? Has Doc come down yet?
Dunfrey, why do you smell so
seen him.
bloody bad?
Oh,
And
there
I
he
throw
is.
I have a couple of bars of soap, and I throw a bar of soap at Dunfrey. Use this and wash yourself up.
I eat the soap.
Dunfrey, that's meant to be used on you, not eaten,
Now-
not consumed. You know that.
Breakfast!
Li-
Breakfast!
No, Dunfrey, you listen here now. You eat that soap, and I will destroy you. You have to wash your body with a soap so you smell nice, and you don't make everybody angry.
Oh my god, he's
do you
my
want-
fair lady, Dinky!
Do you want to go and do you want to go and wash yourself with soap?
Doing that. Fuck!
I mean, I rolled a nat 1 on persuasion.
Yeah, it's still a failure on persuasion. So with your 5 insight, you're like, nope, I'm just gonna eat this soap. Wow.
Now, Dinky, I've tried being nice.
Wait, you
You
just
eat
said...
my soap. Huh?
You said Dinky.
Oh, did I?
You did.
Oopsie. Dunfrey? It's so hard to not say it. Dunfrey, you listen here. You eat that soap, and you are going to be getting Hell's Bells. So, start washing yourself.
It's
or I'm
eaten
going
already.
to- You can't even eat
Breakfast!
all of it.
Breakfast!
Dinky, you gotta wash up before you can have breakfast. You smell like
Clean
absolute garbage.
Clean your stinky backside right now,
Nice.
Dunfrey.
I cleaned her enough. The hose is good enough.
She needs soap.
Thank you, rats,
What do you
for
guys- What
breakfast.
do you guys use?
She's got
soap?
dirt ingrained in. She's got dirt ingrained in her skin.
That's pretty normal, honestly, for her.
All right, I missed the spot and I turn the hose back on and I start spraying her.
Hose!
What's the big deal? We can rub it a little bit. It's no big deal.
I go and I light a couple more candles to kind of help mask the scent, because I figure this is about as good as we're gonna get today with her. Wait, can we roll for Ho?
High or low?
Hi.
Roll it.
Who rolls?
You should, Mogma. You're the one
I
hosing
am
it
the
down.
hose master.
You
What
are
do you
the hoser.
High or low, Mogomac? High or low?
You hoser.
Low.
Oh my god, dude! I'm pretty sure this is the equivalent of going to the beach anime episode. Just be inside the Slayers Guild spraying Dunfrey with a hose and throwing soap at her while she eats it.
You know what we should do? We should take her outside with oars and start washing people's carriages. Charge them some money with Dunfrey dancing around.
I'm pretty sure that people would pay to not see her do that.
Yeah, that's the point. You take their money so she goes back inside.
I mean, it's not a...
Am I exceptionally clean?
Yeah, actually,
Every
like with a
Queen
1 on a D100, absolutely. You've never been more clean than you currently are right now.
Okay, and let's say that it even shaves off my beard. That's how clean I am. Is it my beard, which will grow back very quickly, but my beard is gone, and I'm actually very beautiful. I'm the most beautiful, stunning female dwarf you've ever seen.
Except she doesn't have a chin.
I have a chin.
No, there was no chin. There was only beard. The beard hid the lack of chin.
No, it didn't. I had a chin. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful chin.
It's very chiseled. She has a very chiseled jaw.
Anyways, come have some breakfast. We have to get on the road.
This is my magnum opus. This is the best thing I've ever created.
You need to hire someone to paint a portrait of her now before it wears off.
So what are you guys doing now? You have successfully washed Dunfrey. You have eaten breakfast, including at least 1 bar of soap.
I want to get out my navigation tools.
Okay.
So, using these tools, I'll show all of you where we have to go. Because mountains are to east, and I know east is east, so I think we should all go east.
Why don't... Well, we're just going to Lake Helm.
Yeah.
Hey, if you're a master of the seas, you know anything about taking boats down rivers?
Oh, easily. I could take a boat down river to Lake Elm, no problem.
All right. I mean,
Would you rather take a
Normally-
boat to Lake Helm?
normally we just...
We'll
get very
take my
familiar.
boat.
You have a boat that can go on a lake?
Easily. We'll take our boat down to Lake Elm, no problem.
Do you have a different boat for the sea?
No, same boat.
So will you take a rowboat onto the sea? Isn't that a little dangerous?
It's not a rowboat. It's a ship. It's a boat.
Okay. Is the lake that large? Or is the river that wide? Indeed.
I can choose
We're
how
talking
big
a
the boat is.
schooner here, or
Don't you worry. This boat can be any size I want. It can be big, small, medium, large, wide, short, thick, thin. Doesn't matter. I can choose the boat.
Is it made out of a garbage bag?
What's a garbage bag?
Well, that's something you're going to have to learn in the Slayer skill.
Sounds like an article of clothing to me.
Yeah.
do you enchant your boat?
I didn't enchant it. No.
Who did?
Oh, you've seen my boat.
I haven't had a close look at it.
You've put your hands on it.
You're killing Devin right now, dude.
I can't deal with this.
Just bonk. Everyone's going to horny jail. Everybody out.
Seriously, the amount of
Just listen, everybody. Once we get to river and we're ready to go, just put everyone, all hands on deck, and we'll get in.
You'd like my
Okay.
head to be on your deck, wouldn't you?
Do you understand? Dunfrey, no, you put your hands on deck, not on to the thing you're talking about.
I'll touch your wood.
I'm not letting you walk me plank. If that's where you're going, if that's where you're going, I will cut and run quicker than you can say landlubber.
Anyways, all right. So we'll take your boat down the river to the lake helm. Do you
do we
need
want
time
to
to
go
prepare?
now?
Do people need
No.
things?
I mean, it's morning. We're basically ready.
Can I just
I need-
can I just metagame and say I don't see why the fuck we would take a boat if we can teleport? Like, I don't think we have any reason to take a boat other than it's fun.
Let's take the boat. We can save time. Charges. on
Can
the
Character
boat.
exposition, Jenkins. We need to
Can
find
Devin
out
at least
more.
Can Devin at least make up a reason so that we take the boat? Break my immersion. we need to bring up...
we just teleported back to the city, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the charges
probably got-
recharge every day.
Every day, we can go again.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if we got enough charges. Is somebody
No, the minimum amount of charges is 4 that you get back from it, and you have 3 left as soon as basically it uses 7 charges. So when you use it, it's basically if you roll high enough, the amount of charges that you need comes back. But you spent enough time in the undergrowth for it to fully recharge. You came back, it has 3 charges left. So technically, rolling the dice this morning would get you at least 4, because it's a D3 plus 4, I think.
If
We have the time anyways.
if
We might
we
as well
had some-
take it.
No, that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any... We would teleport. Okay, how about there's something that cannot be teleported that we need to bring to Lake Helm?
Why don't we just take the fucking boat? And just...
It doesn't make any sense.
Pinky, you're not
Doesn't make
fucking
any
smart enough
sense.
to question these fucking things. Just take the free boat ride,
Your
drink some
characters
fucking
wouldn't-
rum, and
your
enjoy the
characters
fucking
wouldn't take
ride.
the boat.
Maybe I want a beach episode.
Dinky, do you wanna go sailing on a bunch of fucking water that you could drink?
Yes,
Say it, Dinky.
Dinky does. But I believe Mogamak and Linnea would be like, this is fucking stupid.
Actually, I
Linnea's
don't.
not
I
in
don't.
good brain, anyways.
I don't think so. I think that Mogamak would realize that there is a benefit to taking a boat down to Lake Helm, in the fact that the black mold's encroaching fast enough that if you have to teleport out, he'd much rather he'd want to use it defensively than offensively.
Oh, wow.
We
No,
can
Mo-
take more
Mogamak
people
is-
along with us too on a boat if we have to run away and it's encroaching. We can take more passengers. We can only take X amount using the stuff.
That's
There's
all
more.
I was
money.
asking for was an excuse. Okay, I'm good. We can move on.
It's not an excuse. It's a reason.
We could
Okay,
take supplies.
that's all I wanted.
Do we need to take holy water down to Lake Elm, or is he giving us that?
He's going to be giving it to us when we're in Lake Helm. Although we could collect more holy water. That's never a bad thing. We can take a couple barrels along with us.
Dunfrey, you got any whiskey left?
Yay.
Bring a
Go to
couple of
the-
barrels of whiskey.
We go to the pub and grab some whiskey. Maybe make some molten holy water cocktails out of it.
I don't think you can light holy water on fire, but
Well, that's up to the DM. That's okay. We can go ahead and do that.
Depends what kind of fire it is, I guess.
I mean,
No
you could use
more alchemist fire. I will kill you.
I mean, all you have
That's
to do,
why I
all you
didn't
have to
say it
do,
by
all
name.
you have to
Oh,
do,
wait,
is,
wait.
all you have to do is ask Ricky how to light water on fire. He could tell you.
No.
I have
Not
holy
the
hand
black water.
lotion. Holy hand lotion could be lit on fire.
I made that for Elgar so
oil.
he could use it for his fists. No.
Yeah, we'll just make some more, and then we'll make.
No, I'm not making any
Molten.
more now.
Okay, we'll just let the black mold take over the planet. That's okay.
No, we have other options. I don't need to make holy hand lotion. What are you doing with his lotion anyways?
Oh, dear.
It's a
Thank God he answered that. Alright, so shall we? Yes? No? Get your shit together. Let's go. This bus leaves in like 5 minutes. If you're not on it, we're leaving without you.
All right, let's walk down to the gross ass fucking river coming out of the capital.
Smells like dinky.
How big of a boat do I need to take us there?
Oh, not too big. The river is actually quite wide coming out of the capital. It's when you get into the other places that it gets very small.
So I get my like medium-sized boat.
Yep.
Okay.
Pocket boat?
Nope. Can you explain to them what happens when you guys get to the river?
Okay, we get to the river. Everybody, hands on deck. I need you all to put your hands on deck. Right now.
I will touch his giant wooden chest.
Linnea, put your hands on deck. Dunfrey,
Yep.
Yeah, put
And
the
as you
hands
put
on
your
the
hands
hands on the deck.
Yep.
you put hands on deck and you suddenly feel like you have motion sickness, like seasickness, like you feel kind of queasy, dizzy a little bit. And out of the chest, the same way he vomited out hammocks, he vomits out a boat. And you are somehow transferred onto the boat with it.
What sort of enchantment is this?
I told you, genies are my favorite things. They can all do all sorts of stuff they can.
You know, I do not trust genies. I do not trust people that work with genies. I do not like this. And then I vomit over the side because
I drink the vomit.
no, it's over the side of the boat. You can't get it.
I swoop in front. I'm very fast. I enrage.
I hate everything about this. No.
Dinky, we don't have the hose here.
You vomit in my
Dunk
mouth.
yourself.
My beard goes back immediately.
Fuck's sake.
God, you're such a fucking animal. Okay. How does this
The
boat
real
propel
emotional
itself?
support animal was here the entire time.
It's Dinky's beard. So how does the boat propel itself? Is it like wind?
No,
Sail.
grab an oar and start fucking rowing.
Oh, fuck, if I knew this is what we're doing, I would have teleported. Alright, Dinky. Get your spoon out. It's probably going to be just as good.
Oh. I spoon the water.
Morkamak, I'm joking with you. Go sit down, have a drink.
Oh,
The boat
thank
rows
God.
itself. Don't worry.
I think he didn't start screaming, drink!
I
heard that.
I'm still rowing, thinking that the boat is being propelled from just me.
even though the spoon doesn't touch the water, probably.
Yes, just like in the air.
Okay, so I need one of you to declare high or low.
Go on, Captain.
Hi.
Roll it.
Combat, yeah!
What were those things we saw in the water at the bridge?
Sea
of
bears?
Portsmouth Post? The sea bears?
They were like giant
There's frogs.
sharks
They're
or
like
whales or
hippos or
some shit.
something.
Oh, the other thing, yeah.
Remember that time there was that sea creature that almost ate us?
Yep.
Devin said they were 20 feet long.
Yep. Where are my sea bears, Devin?
Here.
That's for me to know. I need to find out. What exactly are you guys doing on the ship for the first day? Because traveling on the ship is actually much faster. So it only takes you a day to get to the big lake next to Lake Helm.
Oh, wow.
I am very quickly finding that a lot of the problems that I've had on boats and ships in general can be solved by one Dunfrey. So bilge water, leaks, everything like that. Dunfrey just drinks the water and there's no problem anymore. Dunfrey, you're one of the best swab boys I've had in a long time. Does bilge water taste good? Is it nice?
Oh, aye.
Hey,
That's
hold up.
off-run from the capital, that is. That's got some proper nasty sewage in it.
How often does Dinky squat and pee places? Because it's got to be really often.
All the time. Like every
She's
15
drinking,
minutes.
Thousands of gallons of fluids at this point, and she never pees.
Not
Unless
Can
she's
I-
been peeing this whole time.
I have extremely high stealth. So I've just been doing it
For
behind
stealth
behind your back.
urination.
Yeah.
Can I investigate, because I don't trust any friends of Ricky's. Like, something's up. Can I, investigate the boat or something?
Sure. Go and make an investigation check. There's nothing wrong with the boat. It's definitely magical in nature, but you're not really sure how it works.
Don't trust him. Go sit
Yeah,
on
look-
top of the deck and read a book or something.
You want to look around, Linnea? You like the boat? Bit of magic.
Yeah, I am horrified by the fact that this exists because it shouldn't, and djinns are an abomination, and making a deal with djinns are very, very terrible.
They
Yeah,
made a
just-
deal with me. They owed me.
Well, tell me then the story, then, Captain Doc.
What story? I brought their treasure back and they made me this.
How did you end
I
up
mean,
with the
their
treasure in the first place? How did
Well,
you know it
their
belonged to Djinn?
Well, when you travel around and you find... Let's just say their treasure wasn't gold, it wasn't jewels, it wasn't spices, it wasn't anything that we would consider tradable. It was a member of a royal family, a child that I had to take back to them.
trafficking children on your boat, Captain Doc.
Returning children. The child belonged to them.
Why did it belong to them? Jinns don't have children. They can't reproduce.
It wasn't their child that they had, but it belonged to them. It's not my place to say who the child
Linnea will
belongs to.
remember this. Linnea strongly disapproves.
Is there anything that Linnea approves of?
There are, yes.
The list is very small.
Her taking other people's blood.
Just because you've seen some genies that you don't agree with, these genies were taking care of royal family. The child was in danger. So they put it under the care of 2 genies. And I had to return it to him.
Did the child run away?
No, the little prince were kidnapped.
Can I roll for insight?
Sure. He's telling the truth. That's actually how he did it.
Just don't like him.
Touche.
I'm sitting
You-
at the front of the boat, just looking around at everything, relaxing. That's it.
Think he's still rowing.
Do you have a problem with people who live on water, Linnea? You seem a bit on edge around me.
I have no problem with people that live in or around water. Before this, in a life before, I was a Vidalcan. I lived in the water. Pretty much, I have no problems with that. I just don't like you, and I don't trust you, and I have no reason to trust you.
Is it because I'm friends with Ricky?
Yes, it is.
You're friends with Ricky. I really
I
don't
am
see your
not.
logic. You
I
are.
am a work compatriot at best, sir. Acquaintance. I know of him.
Friend by another name. I would call it a friend. You know, if someone's working on my ship, I may disagree with them. I may not like them when we're down pub.
That's not a friend.
But if they're on my boat and I've got to trust him and he's got to trust me, it's a friend. It's a mate. It's a chum. You know.
No.
Chum?
All right.
A
Getting-
It is what it is.
No, thank you.
Do you really not believe that Ricky has your back? He's part of your guild, and if worst comes to worst, he would take care of you.
Oh, I'm sure he would. By stabbing me in the back.
Come on now, Ricky's not like that.
I don't know. I don't know about you either. Fuck! You
We're-
can't do
we're-
that! No! That wasn't convincing enough.
We're both really good at art. You know, in our hearts' heart, we're good boys. We may deviate a little bit from time to time, but
Well then, you'll take some time to prove me otherwise, Doc. Go back to reading.
fair enough, Lady Linnea.
For some reason, your feat isn't working for your rogue. It's
What
not
He's a
count.
rogue.
He has this thing at level 12 that if he rolls below a 9, it's treated as a 9 on all of his rolls.
As a 10 or above, right?
It's
sorry,
no,
as a 10.
anything you roll as a 9 or below is treated as a 10. Everything.
Yeah.
Unless it's a nat 1. But it's not working, but I will look to figure out what that is. So, I will let you know.
Okay.
But I'm just saying that the only thing that you have rolled
Did
below
it affect anything?
no, except in your natural one is the only thing
Just
that
in that one, yeah.
but you still can roll. You can still fail. It's not that you can't fail. It's just that.
I guess there was a dex save when I was playing Knifey Handy. I rolled a 4.
That's not a skill check.
Ah, okay. True. So how long is it going to take us to get to Lake Helm sailing?
2 days, total.
So could we just sleep on the boat when
Yeah.
we're traveling overnight?
Mm-hmm.
Do you trust this dock? What if we run into something? Should somebody keep watch? Do you have any magic to guard us? Or
We can always go sleep in the sanctuary. In fact, I might actually opt to do that. Go join Pierre because I just don't trust this guy. And I want to do a lot of research too, and he has an extensive library.
and time goes.
Oh,
slow
it's only for
all your time.
proficient. If you're proficient in your saving throw, then yes, you would have gotten it.
Ah, I see.
So you would not have been stabbed.
I would not have stabbed her.
No, you wouldn't have. But it's okay. We're past
Doesn't-
it already. We're past it.
Yep. So Linnea's
Okay.
going
No.
Sanctuary.
Hold on, sorry.
For when I want to sleep. Yeah, because I don't trust him.
I'll sleep on the boat.
Okay.
Dunfrey. Do you want to play? Do you want to play? I've already got him sighing. Dunfrey, there's a little game we used to play with new members on deck. Go up to front of a boat. There's a little mermaid on the front. You can have a chat with her. But basically, what happens is you go upside down and you got to drink as much seawater as you can in 30 seconds. Do you think you'd enjoy that game?
I
Make a deception
listen-
check,
listen.
please.
But listen, it's much more difficult to drink upside down than it is when you're standing straight up. You know that.
get off your fucking head. Drink is drink. I don't need to be deceived.
It's not seawater, is it? Isn't it freshwater?
Yeah, it is freshwater.
Okay, sorry. The lake
Thank God, or
water.
else she's gonna go like fucking insane on us from drinking seawater.
So I'm going to tie rope around Dunfrey's ankles, dangle her off the boat.
I want to hang
And
off the
basically-
mermaid.
You've got to try and go apple bobbing, but for like crabs or something.
I'm sure she already has those.
I'll give you crabs.
Dunfrey, bring me a pearl. Get down into the water. Bring me something nice from bottom at lake.
I'm already in the water with my head, drinking, chugging, engorging the lake. It's engulfing my insides. Well, what does it taste like?
It tastes like fresh water. It doesn't.
Delicious?
Not necessarily bad.
Do I need to make a Constitution saving throw or Dexterity so I don't fall off? Or
Probably pretty cold in the lake, yeah?
Yeah, considering it's getting into winter.
Dunfrey, go deeper.
I go deeper.
Okay.
Go down to the bottom. Bring me some sand
I'm hanging.
or mud.
I'm at the bottom of the lake. I swim down.
Scraping the bottom of the lake as
I
gets
swim down and,
direct.
Dredging. Dunfrey the dredger.
and I'm eating oysters off the bottom.
Actually, do an investigation check to see if you find any oysters. I had to Google to see if oysters are in freshwater. Turns out, yes, there are more oysters in freshwater than there are in seawater. You don't find shit.
But do I find oysters?
You are literally the worst.
I know.
I think what we're gonna do is you rolled a very specific number that comes up with an encounter, but we only have 6 minutes left total. So we are going to go. Oops, that was a noise. We are going to go ahead and I think end the session a little bit early. Steel Horizons went like 25 minutes late anyway. So what we're going to do is we're going to come up next week, starting off with the encounter in the river. I just need that noted on the recap if possible, just so I can look at it because I'm struggling as of late. And for those of you who joined the Patreon today specifically, thank you so much. Neff joined as a champion.
Which Neff?
Elohim. He's the
Good
man.
old Nerf.
Yeah, if you guys want to support me on Patreon, that would be my ideal way to support me. Join the Discord. Come talk to us. We talk a lot about a lot of stuff. If you want to support me on Patreon, that's great. If you guys want to subscribe on YouTube, that would be cool too. Yeah, join the Discord. Everybody have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe. Is the bot broken? The bot is not broken. I promise you. It's up and working. It's just not. Oh, there it goes. Wait, it says that it posted it, but it definitely did not post it in my chat that I'm watching. Let me know if it posts. It's not posting. It says the bot says it's posted. Oh well. Or not, or you can go to the about section on the channel and it has everything underneath there. Everyone have a great weekend. Legendary Tales Comics. That's not me.
What's that? Oh, it's about Hercules and Theseus and Perseus and a lot of yesses. That's not us.
Hey, there we are on the homepage of
Whoopsie.
this. There's Dunfrey on the left.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll see you next week. I'll be posting in the announcements channel in the Discord. Welcome, like one old man in chat said, welcome aboard, Captain Doc.
Captain Doc.
And we will see you guys next week. Thanks for coming. I really appreciate the support you guys have given me. Thank you. And we'll see you next week. Everyone stay safe. Have a great weekend. Bye.
Bye.